Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Hollywood After Dark. My name is Matt Jarbo. Tonight is a very sad night where we say goodbye to one of the greats, one of the all-time legends, one of the greatest of all time. Ivan Reitman has passed away. It almost makes getting excited about the movie trailers a little bit kind of, you know. But that being said, I don't think Ivan Reitman would want us to be sad about his death. I think he'd want us to celebrate movies, the thing he did, the things he did so well. So why don't we dive into the Super Bowl? Can I even say that? I have no idea. And talk about it all tonight here, Hollywood After Dark. Let's fucking go! Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to the show, Hollywood After Dark. It is, of course, the 13th. February 2022. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, right? Valentine's Day tomorrow. Hopefully you all are going to be going out there and getting a little snoo, having a bit of time with your loved one. If you have one, if you don't, I don't know, go buy a video game or something. All right, there we go. Let's see. Kira here says the boomer stuff is always the funniest. You should make a blueprint. It's like not even like here's the. It's not even that I was the problem here. That's the whole issue. I wasn't even the fucking problem. The fucking problem was this thing. You know, it was like not it wasn't capturing it because I'm using the Logitech StreamCam as compared to like my what's it called? My Sony up here, which I can actually turn that on. We'll see how that looks. I'm running tech support live because it's Sunday. And I don't necessarily care. Okay, that's not even working. All right, I'm not going to fucking deal with that shit. Anyway, yes. Let's see. Don't be like Rich for having tech issues. What are you talking about? What does Rich have? Does he have tech issues? I don't even know. All I know is today we lost a legend. We did. We lost a legend today. And, you know, it's one of those things where you realize just like kind of how fleeting time is. You know, I know that sounds weird, right? It's like reminiscing from the heart, I guess, about Ivan Reitman. I didn't know the guy, never met the guy. I saw him in person one time at Comic-Con 2017. So like 5 years ago. And, but it was really cool seeing him nonetheless, because I've always enjoyed Ivan Reitman, his movies. And the guy had a career, man. He had a fucking career, you know, and I don't think we don't talk about Ivan Reitman as much as we should, because the guy had a hell of a career, right? Music Man here says, I didn't even know until I saw your thumbnail. Oh man, I'm so sorry to be the one to break it to you that way, man. I was out doing deliveries and all of a sudden my DMs like blew up on Twitter and it's like, Ivan Reitman's gone. I'm like, no. And that's, yeah, man, that's sad. But one thing I wanted to do is I wanted to bring up his IMDb here, you know, talk about his career, 1946 to 2022, right? So that's a long career. You know, he was 75 years old, which is young in my mind, but he definitely had a hell of a career. Just looking through, I mean, the stuff that he produced, I love his known for. Producing Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. By the way, this is the movie that ultimately ruined Hollywood. I am not even making that up. But even looking through here, just down to his directorial efforts, right? We can see here that, you know, he did a number of movies over the span from 1968 to 2006 was his last, 2014 was his last feature film. So, I mean, we're talking, you know, 46 years of making feature movies. And a lot of these are bangers. Surprisingly really good. I mean, you know, I've never seen Cannibal Girls, but I saw Meatballs. The first Meatballs was great. 2 through 4, totally different films. Totally different movies. My God, number 2 with the alien. Number 4 with Corey Feldman and a lot of sex. And then, of course, he did Stripes, which if you haven't seen Stripes, it is one of the funniest movies of the 1980s. Bill Murray, Harold Ramis, John Candy, Judge Reinhold, Sean Young, John Larroquette. It's a total Cold War comedy, but it's fantastic. And then he followed that up 3 years later with Ghostbusters, one of the best films of all time. He did Legal Eagles. He did Twins, which is a fantastic film if you've never seen that one. Ghostbusters 2, underrated. Underrated, in my opinion. Absolutely underrated. Love Ghostbusters 2. Followed that up with Kindergarten Cop, being an Oregonian child, having it shot in Astoria and set in Astoria. You know, like that to me was a big deal when I was a kid. He did Dave, which Dave is a fantastic comedy with Kevin Kline and Charles Grodin, and I think Ernie Hudson's in it. Sigourney Weaver's in it. I think Frank Langella too, maybe. It's a good movie. Then he did Junior, which was an interest, kind of like a follow-up to Twins. It was about Schwarzenegger getting pregnant. It was also, again, starring Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito, and this time adding an Emma Thompson into the mix. He also did Father's Day, which was Billy Crystal and Robin Williams. Not the best movie of all time, but not terrible either. Funny little movie. Funny little film. It's an interesting one. And then, of course, there's 6 Days and 7 Nights, which you guys may not know. And this is one with Harrison Ford and Anne Hesh. It's a romantic comedy where they get they end up crash landing a plane on an uninhabited island in Hawaii, where they end up taking on pirates, and the lead pirate is, believe it or not, Jango Fett himself, Tamara Morrison. Right, so check that one out. And then 3 years later, Evolution. Evolution is David Duchovny, Julianne Moore, Orlando Jones. It is very funny, and it is a very good movie. And it's one that a lot of people, a lot of sci-fi comedy fans really, really love. Then he did My Super Ex-Girlfriend with, I think that's with Uma Thurman. Wasn't a big fan of that one, to be honest with you. Then No Strings Attached, which was the Justin Timberlake, Mila Kunis, We Just Gonna Be Friends with Benefits, but not call it Friends with Benefits, because that was an Ashton Kutcher movie. I think. Who did Friends with Benefits? Yeah, that was Ashton Kutcher, I believe. But anyway, and then he did finally Draft Day, which was, I believe, Kevin Costner. But looking at what he produced, again, just go back here, just going down here all the way to the bottom. All right. Like, he did a lot of stuff here just to kind of go through it. Animal House. He was a producer on that movie. That's a classic film. Then there was Delta House, which was the television show based upon Animal House, I believe. He was a producer on Heavy Metal, which if you've never seen Heavy Metal is not only an excellent adult animated movie from the early 1980s. It's got a banger of a soundtrack, man. I love Heavy Metal. He did, Feds, Twins, Ghostbusters 2, Stop My Mumble Shoot, Beethoven. He produced Beethoven. A lot of people grew up actually thinking, in my mind, that Ivan Reitman directed Beethoven because his name was all over it. And he also did Beethoven 2nd, Junior, the Beethoven TV series. He was a producer on Space Jam. I think pretty instrumental to getting that movie done. Private Parts, the Howard Stern biopic, he was a producer on. Working on this one here, what else we got? We got Road Trip, right? Todd Phillips' first feature film that put him on the map, a great movie. He did Old School, Euro Trip, a bunch of those kind of movies that came out at the time. Disturbia, that was another really good one. Look at this here. Just like Hitchcock. Ghostbusters 2016, yeah. That was mostly in name only, I think. Baywatch. Maybe not so much that one. That was pretty bad. The Babysitter's Guys, The Monster Hunting, Godmothered, Space Jam: A New Legacy. He's had a storied career. Towards the end, we can give him a couple of things. You've got Ghostbusters Afterlife, which just came out. Triplets, which is supposed to be again Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger doing a third film or a second film, and then a bunch of other stuff here. So either way, the whole point though is when it comes to Ivan Reitman, the guy's done a lot. The guy has done an absolute lot. He had a hell of a career. Okay, maybe I was wrong, Spherical Man. Maybe Friends with Benefits was just, who was in No Strings Attached? Maybe it's Ash. I don't know. Yes, Awful Waffle, great point. He did everything. That's very true. He did everything. There's a lot there. that he worked on, that he was a part of over the course of the career. And a lot of people, myself included, owe a lot of just the movies you watched growing up. The influences that he had absolutely are there, you know? And so again, you kind of get to a point when, you know, these people start passing away. Spielberg's in his 70s, late 70s. I think Lucas is 80, you know, fucking John Williams just turned 90, still going strong. Like in the next 15 years, a lot of our childhood heroes are going to pass away, you know, and that really sucks. Like that really, really sucks. But that's kind of where we are with this whole Ivan Reitman thing. And I'm real bad. There's a sizzle reel for triplets. Really? It says it wasn't even in, it was just in production. I don't know. I do not know. Let's see. Degrassi says Heavy Metal gets a 4K steelbook in April with Heavy Metal 2000 Blu-ray included. You know what? I'll tell you guys this. I actually liked Heavy Metal 2000. I had it. I watched it when it came out, and then I had the soundtrack actually. Right, soundtrack was pretty fire. Good stuff on the soundtrack. But yeah, man, like Heavy Metal is dope. Heavy Metal 2000 is like, it's a single story. Julie Strain, who sadly passed away, I think from like a head injury a couple years ago, or she died, unfortunately. She plays the main character. Michael Ironside is the villain. So if you love Michael Ironside being the bad guy, that is a great way to check that out. There's a lot there. You know, it's not the best movie, but it's definitely fun. Sorry. Okay. Lucas is 77. Yeah. Yeah, Degrassi here says Julie Strain ruled. Yeah, well, I remember. I'll tell you guys the very first time I encountered Julie Strain. It's kind of how you might think, to be fair. So back in the day, my aunt and my uncle, before he passed away, had a black box, and so they had all the pay-per-view channels for free. So I asked them to record me. Don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. And what my aunt would do, and I might have told part of the story before, but like what my aunt would do is she would put the tape in, hit record, go to bed, let it run all night. Perfectly fine. What she didn't know, and what my uncle didn't know, is that he would get up in the middle of the night and he would go watch the Spice Channel or the Playboy Channel. And the tape would jump over to that. The tape would jump over to the thing, right? To the porn. And so I'm sitting there watching Don't Be a Menace, and then all of a sudden the Playboy Channel pops up, you know, and it's like a solid 3 hours of the Playboy Channel. And I'm like, was I 14, 15 at the time? And I was all like, you know, like, holy shit. Like, no one can know about this, you know, like I gotta move this off the big TV and put it back in my room with my small 13-inch television, and then I'll be fine. One of the things that was on there, was Julie Strain doing a bit. So there's that. And then I met her a couple years later. I met her a couple years later at Comic-Con. Very nice and stuff. I was laughing because it's always weird. Like, it's always weird when you end up like running into one of the first people you ever kind of see naked, you know what I mean? As a young, I'm not going to go into, you guys get what I'm talking about here, but it's such a weird thing to run into that, because you're just, at that point, you're kind of just laughing your ass off, right? You're just kind of laughing your ass off about that. But anyway, maybe I can find a copy of Heavy Metal 2000. We could give it a watch. It's pretty bad. I mean, it's fun. It's a violent movie. It's not as good as the original, because the original has a whole bunch of animated vignettes and whatever. This is just one single story, but there's that. So, all right. Rainbow the Gamer here says, your life sounds crazy. I'm just like a pervert is really what it boils down to. Is like, that's kind of what I'm at. Like, so a lot of the stuff was kind of angled toward that. That's where my mind goes, just to kind of like, it starts in the gutter and then it works its way up. That's basically what happens. Yeah, Spherical Commander says, I was a fan of Julie Strain. How did I not hear about her passing? She was also married to one of the creators of TMNT. That's right, she was. Kevin Eastman, if I recall. And yeah, man, I don't know. She died a couple years ago. It was kind of kept, I don't want to say under the radar, but it didn't make a big splash because porn stars generally don't tend to make a big splash when they die, you know, like unless it's done in a way that is like horrifically violent or something. But for the most part, it gets kind of kept under the rug. What was my first introduction to the internet? Okay, hold on. Let me bring RJ in. What's up, RJ? How you doing, buddy?
It's a man.
Not too much, man. Thanks for coming on in. I got a whole litany of trailers to watch too, so it's going to be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Just to comment real quick, the Ivan Reitman news is really sad to hear. That did kind of bum me out tonight. So
yeah, no, I was really sad to hear about that, and because it kind of came out of nowhere. Like I wasn't thinking about it, and then I still have not seen Ghostbusters Afterlife yet, so I was really bummed to hear about that because but I'm glad he had as big of a career as he did.
yeah,
And
his career and legacy was honored in Afterlife, and it's a great movie to go out on. Honestly,
yeah, oh yeah, no, that's very true. I'll have to try to find time to watch it this week. I think I should. I'm feeling better after getting the booster shot, so I feel fine today, which is great. And so at least I can kind of like focus on getting some work done. But Rational here asks, what was my first introduction to the internet? So for me, it was actually AOL. I remember when AOL was just like mass spamming those floppy disks, right? RJ, you do not know anything about this, but back in the day.
No, I know about floppy disks. I used them.
Yeah, but I mean, what I mean is like you weren't around for the AT&T, or sorry, the AOL bombardment back then. Yeah. Back then, it was just like straight up. It was crazy because like you would always get these discs in the mail, and they would be everywhere. They'd be like in the back of magazines or whatever, And it's all like, come on in for AOL in 10 hours free, and then it's like I think like $10 a month after that or some shit like that. And then you think to yourself, like, man, like as a kid, I'm like, there's no way that anyone is going to be able to spend 10 hours on the internet. Like, what the fuck? Who's going to have time to spend 10 hours on the internet? I was a teenager. I was dumb. So for me, what it was the AOL chat rooms. That was where I spent a lot of time. And I remember back then when everyone was out there, like it was like going on in, because I was a teenager. I was like 14, 15, somewhere in there. So you log into chat rooms and you're like, hey, what's going on? I'm just looking for people to talk to. And, and then it's like, like as a teenager, you're kind of like, so what's your ASL, your age, sex, location? Are you a teenager like I am? Are you into movies? Maybe video games or comics? Like it was a lot of that. It was a lot of surfing for some digital relationships, I guess I should say. So I actually, surprisingly, I had met a lady on there back in the fall of '96, and we met on a chat board, and we were chit-chatting, and her name is Katrina. No, sorry. Hold on, I know it. Catherine. It's Catherine. Sorry. But I've known her for a long time, and we're still friends to this day on Facebook. And like, I've actually talked to her children. Like I met her right around the time Tupac was shot and killed, which was back in '96. So we ended up staying friends. And like, she even added me to like her freaking Christmas card list. Like she would send me Christmas cards every year. Like I've never met this person in public, like in real life, but I've known her for damn near 30 years through the internet. So that's probably like my oldest online relationship. And I totally spaced on her name because it's, it is what it is. But it's not like we're close or nothing like that, but we still talk occasionally, and everything. So that was kind of the old days of the internet. And then I remember when I moved to San Diego, and, we didn't have cable TV in Oregon, right? My parents were like, they wanted to cut costs. So we didn't have cable. All we had was dial up and no cable. So we moved to San Diego. And within like the first week, my stepdad just goes, okay, so the cable company is coming and we're going to get high speed internet. And I went, what's high speed internet? And he's all, it's broadband. And I'm like, I don't know what that means because I'm only 17. And he goes, it's fast. It's not dial up. It's always online.
Yeah, it's fast as shit. Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm intrigued. Tell me more. And and that was around the time I started hearing these rumors, RJ, Started hearing these rumors pop up on Yahoo forums, because that was a big thing back. Yahoo groups, Yahoo forums, all that stuff back in the day. I heard a rumor. You could download movies on the internet. I heard that rumor back in 99. Thought to myself, there's no way. There's no way you could download a movie. How would you even download? How would this even be a thing, RJ?
Mm-hmm.
With dial-up internet. There was a website called happypuppy.com, which is game demos, back when those were a thing. And if I had a 56K dial-up modem. And if I wanted to download the demo, a 60 megabyte demo for a game, it would take me 8 hours to download that. Wow. That's how long I had to wait. Overnight, it'd be an overnight download. And you could download a movie, right? So what I did is I went looking around, and I've talked about this. If you ever listened to the Podio commentary on the Blair Witch Project, I start with the whole story about how some guy was saying that they had a bootleg copy of the movie that they downloaded from the internet. And I wanted to get my hands on it. So I kind of like lied to try to get this guy. It's a whole thing. But like, that got me thinking. I'm like, wait, hold on. If this guy says he's got Blair Witch Project, which I don't think he did, but you'd hear rumors about like people are able to download these movies and stuff. I'm like, how would you even go about that? Well, with broadband internet, it was a lot easier. But the problem though was where people would host it, where people would store it. So first you had Napster, and then Napster blew up, but it only had music. And then after that, it was like Kazaa and LimeWire and BearShare and a bunch of the other knockoffs. But they were full of like viruses and things like that. You had to be very careful. But people started uploading cam copies of these movies, but they would upload them in these very compressed formats called ASF, not AVI or MOV. This is far before MP4 or MKV, right? This is the ASF was like predates AVI, and you would get them in two parts, and they would be like 150 megabytes a piece, and they would be so compressed. I would put it on the computer and I'd watch something, and it would just be a shaky fucking camera, like most of the movie, right? It would just be like this, and you're like, God damn it. But it was still there. It was all taboo to get it. And it wasn't it wasn't a small community of people. It was growing, and they were really supportive of the tech to do it. There was a time when you could you've ever heard of a Usenet?
Usenet? No, I've not.
So Usenet was a big thing, where it's kind of like you log into kind of like a hub, and you can find people hosting, their own files on a Usenet. And it's kind of like, you could go in and like download what you want to download, and it's pretty private. It's not like torrenting, which has open trackers, so you can easily get busted by by one of those companies. But, Usenet was the thing. I see here, Defending Truth says, yeah, IRC was legit, dude. Fuck yeah, dude. Internet Relay Chat, MIRC. That was another one. A lot of stuff. I'll tell you this, then we'll get into the trailers. I wanted to watch The Mummy Returns, and I found a copy of it, a bigger copy of it on one of these IRCs. It was in a bin and queue file. The bin and queue just means you download the bin and queue. You then use a CD writing program, right? Like you burn it to a CD, and that becomes a VCD. So it allowed you to go and just get the CDRs, and then you could burn half a movie to the CDR, and you could play it in any DVD player. And like you wouldn't need, so you could literally download a movie and like put it on a disc and like have it, one half of it ready to go. And so it was really funny. Also see here, ICQ, a lot of stuff happened through ICQ. Actually, this story kind of goes in with ICQ. So I wanted to get it, but I didn't have enough hard drive space to download it. So what I did is I asked a friend of mine who did have the hard drive space, could I transfer like a big chunk of files from our computer to him to free up the space for me to be able to get The Mummy Returns, burn it, and then re-download all the files from him. He was okay with it. I wasn't really thinking it through because I sent like all of our family photos.
Oh no.
And my stepdad found out about it. He's like, where is the folders? Where are the, and I'm like, oh, I sent it to a friend of mine. And he's like, why?
Why'd you send all our photos to some stranger?
Well, because
I
you
really
know,
want to see The Mummy Returns.
yeah, yeah. And I was working at the theater at the drive-in. I just got the job at the drive-in at the time, and so we had it playing there.
Oh God,
So it's like he was not
it's one
happy.
of those things. It's one of those things.
Well, I had sent it to my friend through ICQ. So that was another chat messenger back then. ICQ was great. Like ICQ was awesome. I think people still use ICQ. So there was a lot of, and you could even play, I see here, Rational says Sega Saturn was able to play VCDs. So was the Dreamcast.
Oh, really?
The Dreamcast had no copyright protection on it, meaning you could download a game, and you could burn it to a CD and you could play it in your Dreamcast without needing a mod chip.
Oh.
That's how I got Phantasy Star Online months in advance. Like months in advance. Because a friend of mine was all like, yo, dude, did you know you could do this? I'm like, no. And he's like, oh, yeah, there's this new game coming out called Phantasy Star Online. You want it? I'm like, okay. So he gave me a CD with the game on it, and I played it because it had the English translation. But the game is kind of like an MMO, right? Well, you can only play it by yourself. And the game, like the bosses are really difficult. So I could only get through like a couple, I think like a couple of the worlds before I would just get to a point of where I was just getting wrecked, but it was way back in the day. Is it laggy? Is it laggy again? Yeah, I'm seeing it on my end too.
That's weird. For me,
It's
it looks like
StreamYard. It's StreamYard, man. It's StreamYard. Like I could stream through freaking OBS with this, not a problem. It's just StreamYard. All right. We'll give it a shot here. I see it kind of fixed itself. I know it's annoying. Sorry, guys. I know it's a bit like I had a whole camera problem early in the episode too. Like it just wasn't registering. fucking
technology.
Technology, I know. Technology. But let's see here. Kira says, and don't forget the Dreamcast could emulate Windows ME and had a dial-up built in before we got a mod for broadband. I remember I bought NFL 2K1 because that was the very first Dreamcast game to go online. That was the very first console game to go online using the 128-bit, 128K dial-up modem in the back of the Dreamcast. And you could play NFL 2K1 online. It was a lot of fun. And I'm not even a football fan. By the way, I did not watch the Super Bowl, and I don't care who won.
All right, then.
It was the Rams, right? Just to confirm.
Yeah, the Rams won.
Yeah, okay. Was it like a good win?
It was a good win.
It was a good game. It was
a good game. There were some calls that should have been.
So yeah, some bad calls occasionally, but overall it was a good game.
Yeah,
okay.
It was a good game.
I have no idea. No, I don't know. Let's see here. McLeod says, I'm a little annoyed we didn't get Obi-Wan trailer during the game. I'm not annoyed by that at all.
I'm not mad because also you still have also because Lucasfilm sucks at marketing, but also it's like quite a while till then.
Yeah,
Got like
end of May. They have time.
Yeah, they have time.
We'll definitely get something by next month, but whatever. March Madness, is it March Madness next month, right?
Yeah, I'm sure by the first game, if it's on like ABC or NBC,
or probably some random
basketball
game on ESPN or something.
Yeah, that makes the most amount of sense. It's just it is certain things.
It is what it is.
So, all right, and we got Galiad here, says $5 thanks, man. Says, sup, guys, glad you love the trailers. Yeah, I like the trailers, actually. We're going to go through. I got all of them. All of the trailers. And they're downloaded.
Oh, nice. 4K?
So I wish.
I know.
I'm so annoyed. I was so mad. I hate that.
About that. I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, I was also talking about the HD posters. I'm like, does anyone have an HD poster? I'm like, no. I'm like, because like some people are pointing out things that, like on the poster for Dark Strange 2. And I was like, I can't see any of that. Like I can see blurry versions of it. But like there's one of them I can make out. Like, well, two of them I can make out. But I'm just like, I saw someone posting these 4K ones. I'm like, or HD ones. I'm like, where are you getting this HD? And like, oh, and I'm like, can you just post them on here on Twitter? It's like, oh no. I'm like, oh right. Twitter will downgrade it as hell. So
Oh yeah, the compression will get
Yeah,
downgraded.
so-
Yeah,
so-
like textless posters, a Twitter account will go, oh yeah, here's like a massive like UHD,
Right.
size poster, and it's like I download and they look great, especially for just doing thumbnails and stuff.
Yeah, you
But
gotta wait for them
yeah.
to get their hands on it, because then they can actually upload it into 4K and like make it look
I
nice.
know, and they should just
Twitter
do
won't
that
compress
anyway.
yeah.
But I'm looking at and I'm downloading some of this stuff. I think that's like I downloaded the Moon Knight teaser,
Yeah,
and
well,
it was
if you get
like
press kits, then they give you like the full.
yeah,
issue.
well, it's and I am on some of those
Right.
lists. Occasionally, I get sent something, but it's never from a big studio. It's always from like a small thing. So
I'm sure like in like a week they'll upload it to the public press list, press set. Because they usually do that like with they did that with What If, after a week of that trailer came out, they uploaded to the public.
well, what used to be is when they released the trailers on iTunes, those were the higher resolution.
Yeah, those
And people would just and you could just download those directly. And then
Right.
now with YouTube, we don't do that, I guess.
No.
Let's see here. The Rainbow the Gamer says we've seen a lot of Rock, but no trailer for Black Adam. Yeah, well, I know.
Rock was
RJ,
great.
it was all
Hey, well, no, it's
trending.
really funny. He was
trending.
trending. He was trending above every single trailer today.
No,
He was
when
in the
you
top
when he
5.
trended, no, but when you sent me that first one, you're like, it's above Multiverse of Madness. I went and I looked, not the For You, but the actual trending page. He wasn't even in the top 30. So like he rose and then dropped, and then he rose again and then dropped.
Still, he
so
trended
it's
more
like
than the Lord of the Rings trailer did.
that. Well, that is that's a little concerning, to be honest with you. That's a little concerning. I was kind of like,
So
surprised.
Yeah, and
Still
also
isn't trending.
that trailer, honestly, like some people, like when we get to that.
Oh, we'll get to that. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know. I've already been sent some stuff, and it's like I don't have it in me today
Right.
to really give a shit
No,
about this
right,
kind of stuff. It's so fucking crazy that these guys are
Yeah.
just like, whatever. But what I did,
That
and I
also-
haven't. Oh,
that
God.
and also like it to me, honestly, someone else pointed that like this doesn't look Lord of the Rings level. This looks more of a Hobbit level of stuff. Like this doesn't look like the quality,
Well,
even though it's,
okay.
like
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot there.
Yeah.
With that. Yeah.
We'll get to it though. We'll get to it.
yeah.
20 years difference in technology. Okay.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
I will say this. I liked the Lord of the Rings trailer. It looked, I only had one complaint, and that was just the musical choice. That was it.
Yeah.
But other than that, I really liked it. So, all right, let's get into the trailers. By the way, if you guys were here last night wondering why it was blocked worldwide, Universal was a bit of a cunt and blocked it because we watched Nope. So you know what? We're going to watch Nope again today. And then I'm not going to cut it out. I'm going to fight everything we get because this is all stuff we're reacting to and it's all under fair use. But if you want to help support the channel, hit like, subscribe if you're new. Who knows? We'll watch so much shit they might shut me down. But anyway, first up is I haven't seen this one, but first up is the Moon Knight teaser.
Oh yeah.
Between my waking life and dreams. It must be very difficult. The voices in your head. There's chaos in you. Embrace it.
All right.
They're really
That
Cape
was
looked
pretty cool.
amazing.
Doing
Cape
that
looked
stuff.
amazing.
It looked a lot better from like the first little teaser we got.
Right.
And then that first image we got though of like the behind the scenes where like before the CG was finished, it looked kind of crazy. I will say this, it looks good. I will say this though, I would laugh my ass off if they decided to throw in a little joke there about, because they're at the Great Pyramids, right?
Right.
Do you know what's directly in front of the Great Pyramids in Egypt? A fucking KFC.
Oh
What?
really?
I am not kidding you guys. There is a KFC that is, you can look out the window of the KFC and there's a Great Pyramid.
Oh my
Like, I'm not
God.
even making that up. I'm not even making it up. That's legit. So I'd be really funny if the Colonel makes an appearance. It's like, we're in Egypt, ladies and gentlemen. Why are we in Egypt? Oh my God, a KFC. What's that doing here? You know,
Right?
like that'd be great. Yeah, the Watcher says, I love when he catches a crescent dart. Yeah, that's
Oh
going to be
my
pretty
God.
great.
I
Who is
just
the Kevin
love-
Bacon lookalike, dude? That's freaking
Ethan
Ethan
Hawke.
Hawke, man.
Man.
He does look like Kevin Bacon though, and with his hairdo and all that.
You know what? A little Kevin Bacon, but Ethan. I think Ethan Hawke has had enough of a career to where he's that's gonna be great. A couple quick super chats here. One from Command Unit says, react to Blood Bowl 3 official cinematic Gamescom 2020 by IGN. All right. We'll get to that at the end there. I will say, though, out of all the things we watched that no one ever gives a fuck about, the Warhammer 40K stuff is always clean. So that's always good. Thank you very much for that, buddy.
Until
I'll get to that.
they play some music.
Until they play, it's always music. And then Trucker's Daddy here says, Matt, show us the face you're going to make when Tom Cruise's superior Iron Man shows up in Multiverse of Madness.
Oh,
Dude, I thought that was bullshit, but after today,
Anything's possible.
no, I mean, like,
I think
the
it's
leaks,
when we get to it, we'll get to it.
there's stuff there that, like I give Mikey Sutton shit for the DC stuff, but, like, he was telling me about the Illuminati, like, way back in the day. So
Everyone knew about the Illuminati, though, Matt, to be fair.
how? That never came up in conversation until, like, 6 months ago.
Most scoopers knew about this, again, 6 months to a year ago.
Well, also, there was a guy who I read, I forget who it was today, who said that when he was on set for the first Doctor Strange and was having a conversation with Benedict Cumberbatch about the future, Benedict just straight up said Illuminati. So, like, and that was back in 2016. So, who knows? Who knows?
Who knows? Because, again, we did have, like, a change in directors between me, but I think even Scott Derrickson would still use the Illuminati in his Doctor Strange 2.
The KKK will what?
What? Who?
Moon Knight. Everyone looks like
because
a
of
KKK member.
Oh, yeah. I think he would kill them if he came across the clan.
He's a Jewish character played by a Latino actor, so yeah, he probably would.
Well, I mean, at this point, what character isn't played by a Latino actor in Hollywood? There's a lot of superhero characters right now are being portrayed by Latinos. Not knocking it, just pointing out what we've seen. I'm fine with it. Oscar Isaac is the shit.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it. Provided it works, it works. If it serves the story, it's all good. I'm not going to sit there and freak out because you have a black dwarf and queen.
It's not supposed to be.
It's not. Yeah, it's oh my God.
They're destroying the canon.
They're ruining my canon. All right. And so we've also got here another one. This also popped up today. It's a little 30-second spot for Sonic 2.
Where are my manners? Sonic?
I cannot wait for this.
Knuckles. So nice when diabolical evil lives up to the hype.
Whoa.
Oh, it's great for
Oh man. I'm very I love Sonic. I am so happy for this movie.
Same.
This is going to be a lot of fun to check out. I think look, man, Sonic 1 is I still stand by my theory. Okay, I understand that it's kind of schizo, but I stand by my theory that they purposefully put out a shoddy product in order to garner that kind of outrage to then come in and save the day and then use it as a way to do well. Because the movie's good on its own. The movie was fine. The story, the performances, like the visual effects, those were all fine.
It was fine on its own, but if it was that character design, nobody would have liked it. It would have been horrible.
Exactly. And I don't think anyone on that movie. Here's the thing with this, right? So here's what I think. You know what it kind of reminds me of a little bit? The Deadpool leak, the concept footage leak from back in 2014.
The test footage. Yeah.
So who's the combining person on that? By the way, there's a through point there, right? The tips are going to touch. The person who is combined on that is Tim Miller.
Oh right.
So Tim Miller was a producer, executive producer on Sonic. Are you telling me Tim Miller would have okayed that design? No fucking way would Tim Miller ever sign off on that design. No way. It had to have been a ploy, and it worked. It worked. You know, because I watched Sonic again recently, and man, I fucking love that goddamn movie. It's so fun. I am so excited for this one. This is one that I'm day one seeing in theaters. I will absolutely be there.
Yeah. And, like, the first one was kind of the origin story. This is like really getting like the game storylines. Like, you're seeing Knuckles, the Chaos Emeralds, the giant Eggman robot. I mean, this is like the games in their most purest form. So I can't wait.
And here's what I wonder. I wonder if they're going to play this up, because there was that line at the very end of Sonic where Robotnik goes, "I'll be home by Christmas."
Right.
And I'm wondering if he will in fact be home by Christmas.
I think this does around Christmas time.
I really hope that. I haven't seen any Christmas decorations in the back, because they are back in Colorado, and it does look like it's the summer.
With the whole Sonic and I can't remember James Marsden's character's name when they're
Donut Lord.
Right, Donut Lord. Right. Donut Lord and Sonic are in the lake, and it looks like spring, summer.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I don't know. Either way, I think it's going to be great. That is high on my list. The new footage here looked awesome. And it looks like they upped the visual effects. Jim Carrey is once again being Jim Carrey. The dude just turned 60, which makes you, I mean, looking at Ivan Reitman's unfortunate death today at 75 and Jim Carrey is 60. And it's like, I turned 40 in a month and a half. Like it's just like, no, let me,
let me think about that.
Yeah. Don't think about that. I know. Also, we got 100 viewers, guys. Fuck yeah. 100 viewers. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
We got a bunch more trailers to get to. If you guys are having fun, please drop a like, subscribe if you're new. Appreciate that. Ryan Hopter says Sonic the Hedgehog 2 looks good. It looks great. But I'll tell you, this next trailer, this next one here, I'm excited for simply because of the action lover in me and who's directing it. But Ambulance.
Bank robbery suspects have taken an ambulance.
This is a teaser they dropped today.
My wife needs this surgery.
We're not the bad guys. We're just the guys trying to get home.
I gotta get back to my wife and my son, no matter what.
I'm gonna get you back home, little brother.
Ambulance.
I'm gonna get everybody home.
That one I'm looking forward to.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah,
you're not
cool.
what?
I'm not mad at it.
Why would you be mad at it?
I don't know.
I don't. Look. Here's the thing. It's Michael Bay.
Right.
It's Michael Bay. It's like, I will say this. I really did not like Six Underground. I did not care for that movie at all. And honestly, it was so much going on in that movie. I was excited too. I'm like, Unchained Michael Bay, Netflix, Ryan Reynolds, the writers of Deadpool, man. Fuck, what can go wrong with this movie? And then you watch it and you're like, it's the writing again, where they tried to cram an entire fucking season of a show into a 2-hour movie.
That's the thing. Like, it should have been like a 6-episode thing.
It should have been, because if you notice, everyone had their introduction. Every character in that movie had their introduction, and it's like it just did not work out.
It was like, it seemed like they tried to do like 30 minutes crammed into like 5.
Yeah.
With like each character, so like rather than it being 30 minutes per character, it was 30 minutes for all 6. So it was like, and like you didn't get to know any of them other than Ryan Reynolds. Like, even that his character was a bit forgettable as well.
Yeah. But I mean, with this case, you got Jake Gyllenhaal, who is a fantastic actor, Abdul Mateen II, who I love, and I can't wait to see this guy in everything. And then, you know, Michael Bay movie, and also Eliza Gonzalez is in it too. Yeah. So, but it looks like a very kind of intense, like smaller film. And I know Michael Bay is known for the big blockbuster blow up shit, but I think Pain and Gain, which was his last attempt at a smaller movie from 2009. Or no, he did 13 Hours as well. That was a bit smaller, I think.
Yeah, wasn't Pain and Gain in 2013?
Was it 2013? I thought it was
2009. I think it was 2012 or 2013.
Okay, no, you're right. I think you're right, because it was in between. Why am I thinking? 2009 was Revenge of the Fallen. I don't know what the fuck I'm thinking right now. Don't listen to me. Yeah, that was Revenge of the Fallen. Man. Yeah, it would have come out 2013, because it would have been 2 years after Transformers: Dark of the Moon. Yeah, right. And then because 2014 was Transformers. God, why do I know all this? You know, just a lame duck here says, I really want Michael Bay to direct a Riley Reid movie.
What?
Okay, then.
Sure.
Good for you.
Sure. Okay. Why not? You know, I mean, like, it would have the most spectacular slow motion money shot of all time. It would.
I do like the play on the title with the LA, like
Oh.
in yellow, like it bolded out in yellow in the ambulance.
Yeah.
Really cool.
No, that's pretty dope as well.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this one, and I'm also really wanting to find out more about Jake Gyllenhaal doing the damn Division movie. What's going on with that thing? So Andrew, that's the game, the Division. Jessica Chastain, Jake Gyllenhaal, directed by David Leitch, going to Netflix.
Oh wow. That's
so
crazy.
yeah, it's definitely that. It's crazy. Hold on here. Andrew Dunbar says Pain and Gain as well as 13 Hours were some of his best work. I didn't see 13 Hours. I know it got like a lot of shit because of like the story of Benghazi. I mean, like the political climate back in the fall of 2012 when that whole thing happened was nuts. You know what I mean? It was nuts. And so the movie I know caught a lot of shit, but I heard it was really good. And I hear like Krasinski did a good job of that. I never saw it though. I need to sit down and give that thing a watch. So, all right. Thank you for that. Command Unit here says, did you guys watch the Atomic Heart release window trailer? Atomic Heart release window trailer. I don't know what that is. Have you guys heard of that one?
No, I'm not.
The Atomic Heart release. I'll check it out. You can check it out towards the end. It's fine. It's fine. But all right, let's move on to this next one here. This one I'm hyped for because I think it's going to be probably the biggest movie of the damn summer outside of maybe Multiverse of Madness. And I think if you guys
Black Adam? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Hold on. Play the Mission Impossible 7 teaser.
There's no Mission Impossible 7 teaser.
Shut the fuck up, Ray. Yeah, if there's a Mission Impossible 7, you send it to my DM right now. But none of that trolly shit you like to do. Because he likes to troll. But no. Jurassic World Dominion. I am so fucking hyped for this movie.
Oh, it looks great.
I mean, look, Trevorrow did a great job with Jurassic World.
That was real.
So
Something that they could see and touch. Creation is an act of sheer will.
So Blue's got a kid.
Life
Yes, Blue as a kid.
will find a way.
We can't keep her here forever.
They find her, we're never gonna see her again. We gotta protect her. That's our job.
Humans and dinosaurs can't coexist. We created an ecological disaster.
Ellie Sattler.
Alan Grant.
You didn't come out all this way just to catch up now, did you?
You coming or what?
That's so cool. I am so happy with that.
We're racing toward the extinction of our species. We not only lack dominion over nature, we're subordinate to it.
Come back.
I always come back.
Hell yeah.
That's another plane, right?
Not exactly.
Don't move. Bigger. Why do they always have to go bigger?
I love it. I love it. They're all there. You gotta love it.
It looks like a lot of fun.
Man, I cannot fucking wait.
That looks like the definition of like a summer blockbuster. It looks like a lot of fun. Well, I know it's really funny though. That shot with all of them together.
Yeah.
Jurassic World beat Star Wars to the punch. Star Wars never did this.
It did. That's very true.
Star Wars never got all 3 original actors to share the screen together.
Yeah, and they brought them all back. I mean,
and they're all together. And they're all together. Same scene, interacting with the new cast.
That's gonna. I am very, very excited to see what they do with this. Toronto here says this movie looks sick. I haven't been this excited for Jurassic films since the first. It looks. I'm just hoping the story, man. Like I'm hoping the story. The spectacle is there. They had a lot of time. Did you guys see that little teaser they did with the drive-in, with the T-Rex at the drive-in?
Oh yeah, that was great.
Like that looked great. But did you ever see the Battle for Big Rock? That came out a couple years ago. I think that's what it was called, or maybe that was.
I think so.
It was that was the one where like it was a campground and like the people are camping and like the T-Rex and the Triceratops show up and just like fuck their shit up. It's a cool little short. It was directed by Trevorrow. And it was on. They played it on Sci-Fi, I think, and because that's owned by NBC, Universal and stuff. And so they played it there, but it was like because this was also pre-pandemic, and they weren't. The movie was expected to come out, I think, in 2021. I think was when it was expected to come out. Okay. So let's see. Skywalker Brian says Frank Marshall said Dominion won't be the last Jurassic World film after this. Oh yeah, 100%.
Maybe the last Jurassic movie, but they'll call it something else. Like
no, they're gonna call it. It's gonna be the last Jurassic World movie, but they're gonna, obviously look
Jurassic Universe.
Well, no, something like that. Clearly at that point in time, the Fast and Furious, cars are gonna roll on up, and then Vin Diesel's gonna be like, "Get in if you love family," and then they're gonna go.
No, it's like Blue's about to die. Her and her child. Then in comes Vin Diesel being like, "Don't worry, Blue. You're part of the family."
You're part of the family. Yeah, the Dodge Charger just like flies over and just like tags the T-Rex in the jaw, like knocking it out of the way. Get in, Blue. Or no, all of a sudden it's Will Ferrell kicking open the door. It's like, "You're my boy, Blue. You're my boy, Blue." If any of you get that reference, I will love you. If any of you guys get that reference, I know you guys may not, but people in the chat may get that. I don't know. Either way,
unless you have Land of the Lost combined, Jurassic.
You're an asshole, Chaka. One time Yorma Tacone was talking shit about something on Twitter, right? And I'm all like, yeah, but you're the guy who played Chaka in Land of the Lost, and he just goes like, all right, touche. Right. And the thing is, I love Land of the Lost. I think that's a funny ass movie. Giacchino, who's doing the score for this one, as pointed out by Brian in the chat. Thank you, Brian. Giacchino did the score for Land of the Lost in 2009 as well, and that was a good score. Like Giacchino, he's got a lot of underrated classics that aren't just his big stuff, which is why I think he's I think he's the best person to follow in Williams' footsteps. To be honest with you.
Oh yeah.
Not to discredit anybody. I love Junkie XL and all those guys, but
I love a lot of these guys. Like I like Williams, I like Giacchino, but I also like Gorson and Junkie like as much as I love the other two.
Yeah,
because those four are phenomenal. Like kick you to the curb, Hans Zimmer.
Yeah, old school. All right, you guys got it. Thank you. That's one of that movie is hysterical. Will Ferrell, Vince Vaughn, Luke Wilson. They still has the best cover of Total Eclipse of the Heart you'll ever hear from the Dan Band. You know the song Total Eclipse of the Heart, right?
Yes.
All right. So but the thing is that the way they're a wedding band, the Dan Band, and they're playing it and they just go like, "And I need you now tonight. I fucking need you more than ever." And they add swear words to the song and like no one picks up on it. Right. Like,
oh my God.
But they add it to the song. It just makes it better. It's just great. It's absolutely fantastic, right? Yeah, because I need you now tonight. They're also in Hot Rod. They make an appearance in Hot Rod as well as Starsky and Hutch. So, I love a lot of those dumb comedies. So, Skywalker Briner says, I want to know Dr. Grant and Owen's theories on Raptors for this film. Yeah, I want to see them update their theory about that.
Oh, and especially like I know that they're gonna, especially Dr. Grant, he's gonna go crazy with the feathered.
The feathers are gonna, that's gonna be added into it.
Oh my god, I called it. Like,
let's see. Jeff Goldblum confirmed today that this is the end of the story for now, at least, because I think they're trying to figure out like
for the OGs, and then the newer ones are gonna become the new OGs, and it's gonna be like the next generation of like.
But there's also there's some deeper lore with the Jurassic franchise, right? Okay, in Jurassic World, what's kind of been like the overall thing here, right? Like what has been the predominant threat?
Right.
It's Dr. Wong.
Right, Dr. Wong.
But who's he working for? He's working for InGen. InGen was around from back in the first book. They were like the research team behind it, I think. Or like they were one of the companies behind it. It's been like 30 years since I read the book. But there's a lot going on with that where, there's like the military approach was kind of mentioned in Jurassic World. Mm-hmm. And with the Indominus Raptor in Fallen Kingdom, you could clearly tell what they were building towards. But now with everything being out there, what exactly is going to come from that? Like what exactly is going to be that next step? And that's what I'm really, really curious to see what the overall theory of it's going to be. Mm-hmm. Like who's the villain and how are things going to play out and things like that. Let's see. Spherical Man here's
one of the OGs is like working with the people.
Well, he is. I mean, yeah, he is. Spherical Commander says because the next storyline will be the Dino-Human hybrid that they were going to try to plan for. Knowing Michael Crichton, that could be a thing.
I mean, that's the thing. Like you said, what's the next big threat for them?
Yeah,
and especially knowing InGen and then knowing also the original concepts for the previous films, they might as well just take that and be like, okay, this is where we're going moving forward. What InGen's playing now, and that and then the military might be sponsoring that and be like, we need better humans, more powered humans, like to do, probably going into that superhuman type realm stuff, especially with dinosaurs. So hey,
I don't know what they're gonna do. Like, can you imagine they just move everything over into like it's a dinosaur superhero hybrid movie. It's like Dino Right. Who's got the rights to Dino Riders? That was a fun that was a fun thing back when I was a kid. I remember having those toys when I was a kid. Anyway, let's see here. Defending Truth says the leaked script for Jurassic Park 4 was nuts. Had talking dinosaurs and all sorts of things. These movies have borrowed some story points for sure. I mean, like, how's that gonna go? Talking dinosaurs. Well,
the Dino Riders.
Well, Andrew makes a point. He says Crichton would be more concerned with the theme park breaking down. I disagree with that because Crichton was very much about the science. Like he if you not only like Jurassic Park, but if you look at like, I think Congo, and what was it? The Andromeda Strain and, Timeline and things like that. Like he was interested in science, but he was able to approach it from a very kind of like adventurous perspective. You know what I mean? So it's like, I would argue, because I mean, like, I see your point, but I think Crichton would definitely be into the science and where it would be going. And honestly, I do miss Michael Crichton. If you have not seen Congo with Laura Linney and Ernie Hudson and Tim Curry and I forget the male lead in that movie. Bruce Campbell has an appearance in it.
Yeah.
Congo's great. Fucking Timeline, Richard Donner, Paul Walker, Gerard Butler film from 2000, I think 2003 was a good adventure film. Crichton's the shit, man. Like, I love Crichton. There we go. Ozymandias here says Universal plus Turok equal franchise. Yes. Yes. Oh, and then also I forgot about Sphere. Thank you very much, Kira. Sphere was also a fantastic book and a fun movie.
He also do Westworld, or
he wrote the original script for Westworld, I think.
Right.
Yeah. And so there's that one. David Thewlis as well. That's right. Let's see here. Shrek's daddy says PTSD to Jurassic Park 3's best scene, Alan. Which one is that one?
Oh, it's when Alan's sleeping on the plane. He wakes up and it's like Alan. It's a raptor talking to him. Alan.
Oh yeah, that's right. I just remember Frank Oz being in that fucking movie, dude. Like, I remember, like, as we got the first summer I worked at the drive-in, we had it was 2001, so we had the I believe Men in Black 2, Scary Movie 2, Planet of the Apes, and Jurassic Park, like, were all roughly around the same time. I remember we had Planet of the Apes on one screen and Jurassic Park 3 on the other screen. It was a wild time to be working at theaters, but watch those films a lot. Diego here says, I saw Congo at the drive-in back in the day as a kid. Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. DeGrassier brings up Runaway. Oh yeah, I forgot he did Runaway too. Runaway was, oh my God. Runaway is a dope ass film. It's Tom Selleck as a future cop, right? And he's trying to track down a killer who uses like spider bots. Like, these spider bots start assassinating people, and fucking Gene Simmons from goddamn Kiss is the bad guy. And he's got smart bullets, like literal tracking bullets. He aims at you, pulls the trigger, and you can dive and the bullet will circle back around and take you the fuck out, dude.
Wow.
It is an 80s classic in my opinion. It's such a crazy ass movie, dude. It's like fucking Runaway. It's great, man. He directed, Crichton directed Runaway. Hell yeah, dude. So let's see. Skywalker Brian says, "Are we going to talk about how I did?"
No. So legit. So it was like this Uber Eats ad, and like it was literally everyone eating every single thing.
The less we talk about it, the better. The less we talk about it, the better.
I deliver for Uber Eats. It did tonight. Why are they marketing a vagina candle?
It's
and
they don't.
And when she ate her, it was like, she eats it, and it's like, what are you? And she's like, I'm like, what the heck?
No,
it's a candle that smells like your genitalia, and you ate it, and you're like, like as if it's good. Like, what? And you're eating a candle for one. Just like that whole commercial is stupid. Just so stupid. That commercial.
I don't get it.
It started off with Jennifer Coolidge, like opening up an Uber Eats bag. You're like, okay, it's a normal Jennifer Coolidge Uber Eats ad, whatever.
Yeah.
Nope. It turns into this everywhere when people are eating pencils, like eating soap, eating like it turned into this whole thing where people like thought Uber Eats meant like you eat everything that Uber gives you.
Well, okay, so I can kind of talk to that for a second, and this is actually coming at this from like experience. So Uber now allows you, because Uber bought out Postmates for like $4 billion, I think, like 2 years ago. Right. And so as a result of that, they ended up getting, so they started kind of doing like shopping, adding, like they sent out like cards and stuff, like, oh, do you, what is it? Like, oh man, what's it called? Like debit card sort of thing. Right. And hold on. We're just going to watch it.
Wait, if it was delivered with Uber Eats, does that mean I can eat it?
Oh no.
It says eat.
It's a diaper. This tastes bad.
This candle tastes funny.
I couldn't eat it.
Not bad, but funny.
And thanks to Uber Eats, we don't even know what food is anymore.
This isn't food.
We can't eat most of this.
No, we can't eat any of this.
Why, Uber Eats? Why, Uber Eats?
What?
That bag's a liar.
Yeah. I just got so excited.
I know, right?
The fuck?
It's the most.
That was wow.
Oh
my god. Okay.
Okay.
That's a lot.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Millions of people watch that. That's representation of Uber Eats now to them.
Oh my god. It's.
It was one of the
What?
worst commercials tonight.
It
Like
was-
that whole thing.
It's not funny.
It's not.
It's not. There we go. I mean,
like she's
yeah. Here, okay. So, like I go and like pick up items for people, right? Like 7-Eleven. I'll do booze deliveries, things like that. And I get what they're trying to do here. Ultimately, I get all that. But what weirds me the fuck out is like the joke they're trying to go for. It's like I understand like the humor, but we already deal as drivers. We already deal with a crazy amount of dumb fucking people. You know what I mean? Like we already have to deal with like going to the store and like in these cases finding these items, and sometimes they're hard to find. And I understand the joke. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I mean, sure, everyone's been talking about like Uber Eats, but I'll tell you this. You know how many orders I did tonight for Uber Eats? I did 1. I did 2 last night. So if her vagina is selling out there and shit, I'm doing more with DoorDash right now than I am doing with fucking Uber. So it's like, I'm telling you this. Oh my God. And yes, I'm fully aware. I'm fully aware about the vagina scented candle that Gwyneth was selling on Goop. So yeah, I know about that.
And there was other things she was selling on Goop that was still
Tide Pods would have been more of a funny gag, I think, than Gwyneth Paltrow's cooter
with the soap guy. But even I was just like, oh my God, like, and like eating a sponge. Like,
do you know how many people who use meth order through Uber Eats? A lot. Okay. A lot. In fact, no, I'm not even making this up. A person in my area actually was being threatened by a person that they were delivering to the other day who was high on meth.
Oh my God.
Right. And I saw the video they posted in our Facebook group about it, and they were like, cops were called, dude was dealt with. But in the meantime, he was freaking out and shit. Right. It's like, yeah, everything in this ad was fake. Everything was a prop. Everything was edible. Yeah.
That soap was clearly like some, like cornstarch and like Kool-Aid or something.
Yeah.
Like
that's all it was.
Yeah. It's not. And like that sponge, I'm sure he took a bite out of it and spit it out. So it was probably a natural sponge.
Yeah.
But an unused sponge.
Well, she took a bite, she munched on the diaper and then she pulled out the
That's
cotton
candy. I'm sure.
No, that looked like cotton, but she wasn't. She didn't swallow any of it, so she was just chewing it. Yeah, that's how a lot of it went out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Davey Crotchkick says, "I'm gonna have 30 different vagina candles on my cake. Gonna miss every one, and that's why you're still a virgin at 30, Davey. But we love you anyway." Wow. The key is to let it melt enough so it's warm, but you can still plunge it in, and then you only have seconds to finish. But if it's your first time, that's all you need.
Jesus.
All right. There are some super chats that I missed. Yes, I saw the people commenting about that. I just wanted to get through this bit. We have more we have a couple more trailers to get to. Command in here for $2. Thank you, buddy. It says Atomic Heart is an FPS game in the BioShock vein. Cool. I do very much love BioShock. Would love for them to turn it into a series. We got Benson here for £5. Says watch Super Bowl and can't sleep. Any plans to launch a show from your car in which you chat while staring at your phone and not the road? This might be the wrong channel for that. I believe that person is live right now to many fewer viewers. But at least he's safe, and that's all we care about.
God damn it, Mark. God,
you're gonna get me in trouble, dude, because that's gonna get back to Enosh. I swear to God. But I stand by what I said on that one. I'm sorry, I stand by what I said. If you're gonna live stream from your car, have somebody else read the chat and then you just respond. Don't do that and then delete comments that are critical of you for driving while being distracted. I don't want anyone to die or get hurt. I mean, does that make me the asshole? No.
Yes, it does, Jarbo. Yes, it does.
I can do both. I can be on my phone, holding it up here, reading the chat, trying to summarize, StreamYard shit, while your wife is right there holding the dog, just like, hey.
Right.
Can you just, well, I saw today's stream. I was sent today's stream, so no one, like 3 comments. So, it wasn't that big of a deal. But anyway, thank you for that, Benson. Appreciate you, buddy. Rational here says, play the After Yang trailer. Is that a documentary for like Andrew Yang? Because no.
I'm good on Andrew Yang.
No, I like Andrew Yang. I do like Andrew Yang. I do. I have no problem with him. I think he would have been, I think I like his UBI concept. That would have been cool.
Oh yeah.
But it's I don't know After Yang. I know it's not Yang itself. I think I've heard of it, but anyway.
If I say something,
it's just some movie about Andrew Yang sitting in his car going like, listen, I tried, but
it's Colin Farrell.
Oh, okay. We'll see. I'm just focusing on the Super Bowl stuff today. Let's see. The Atomic Heart trailer is dubbed, so ignore lip sync. Okay, cool. So it won't be my computer. All right. On that one there. I never hit a deer, Davey. The deer was already dead and somebody hit it in my yard. So there's
Sure. You keep believing that, Jarbo.
I'm gonna, that's my story. I stick to it, man. I would fucking tell you guys if I hit a deer. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be like, yo, fuck, dude, I had a hell of a night, man. I fucking wrecked a deer. It was a Twitch mod.
Oh my God.
God damn it, Turbo.
Now I'm going to jail for manslaughter. Anyway, what? You know what? Last night we watched the trailer, and I want to watch it again because fuck it, Universal and their copyright shit. And I want to watch the Nope trailer again. This time I downloaded it, so we didn't watch it through Twitter. But this is Nope. Take
Did
2.
you know that the very first assembly
I'm really
of
excited
photographs
for
to
this.
create a motion picture was a 2-second clip of a black man on a horse? And that man is my great-great-grandfather.
Great.
There's another great-grandfather. But that's why back at the HWAD Ranch, as the only black-owned horse trainers in Hollywood, we like to say, since the moment pitchers could move, we had skin in the game.
Oh yeah, with the from going first.
Yeah.
I think the sound design of this movie is really gonna nail it. You know what I mean?
What's a bad miracle? They got a word for that.
Yeah, nah.
I just love that. Nope.
Right. Nope. It's like because the last part dialogue we hear is run, and then it's like, and then we see her character fly in the air. It's like, nope, you ain't running.
Well, look at his shirt, Earth, right? Like,
Right.
I think this is kind of a giveaway. I love the Fry's electronics van in the back. Like, when does Fry's ever do anything like that? I have no idea. And then we got like whatever the fuck that thing was.
Following someone right here.
Yeah, look at
And
oh, look at the horse, man.
Oh,
that that horse is getting dropped on that truck.
Oh yeah.
Like, look at that thing. Oh, that horse is fucking dead, dude.
Is there
Holy
like
wait,
that,
what's this?
That's an alien.
I know. I'm trying to get the shot here. Come on. Give me the frame. I can't do frame by frame on this. All right.
That's
yeah.
enough.
What's up with her? Wait, what?
That's
I
clearly
mean,
an alien.
That's clearly meant to be an alien. Yeah.
Yeah. And I saw some theories that they think that Steve Ewan is like the bad guy, and he's the one that kind of like the first alien encounter. He's the one that encounters aliens first, and all the other aliens that are coming are because of Steve Ewan's capturing these other two aliens that he has, and he's trying to show them off. You know, like ha ha ha, like I got two aliens, and then
okay.
Everyone else, and the reason why. Kiki Palmer's character and Daniel Kaluuya's character encounters the aliens because of the other aliens are coming down. Because
I think they also like horses. I think this is like right here. This shot right here is
you can see
a horse.
Steve Ewan's character, sacrificing the horse.
And I mean, what's up with all the inflatable guys?
Bill actually said that they're like this big, profound, horse kept place that is like she's the great granddaughter of like the dude who's the first person in a moving photograph, who was riding a horse. So
well, no, but I mean like the inflatable arm guys.
Oh, right.
Weird, wacky, wild inflatable arm men, whatever it is.
Someone says like there's like plushies in the background there that are meant to like represent the aliens, but I don't see any plushies in the chat.
No, I know what he's talking. All right, this is it right here.
Oh,
yeah. Oh yeah, look, alien mask right there.
Yeah.
What's that? The green shirts say, right? It says,
I mean, book your next experience.
Oh yeah.
Okay. No, it's the blank lasso experience.
Okay.
Something,
but those are definitely alien. Yeah, those are definitely aliens. And then look at that. Right there, top right, alien viewer mask. Right.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, so not of planet Earth. That is Nope.
Yeah.
That is Nope. Yeah, they do look like the little gray ETs. Man, I'll say this. I have to give it a minute before we get shut down because I've already got some notifications. YouTube's like, you're playing copyrighted material, motherfucker. We're coming for your goddamn shit. It's like, calm your tits, all right? Like we're watching trailers. It's fine.
It's fine, guys.
Jesus, you guys, come on. Like, let us just watch your stuff. We're promoting you. But no, I think it's gonna be cool, man.
Yeah.
That's gonna be Yvonne says that looks like a Day of the Dead altar. I thought so too. I thought those were little skulls at first. Like, I thought that's what it was.
If you pause it and actually look at it, it tells you something completely different.
Oh yeah, 100%. It looks super solid good.
Oh yeah.
All right, here's the thing, guys. We got a couple more trailers to go. We get the 2 big trailers left to get to. We got 100 people watching, 43 likes. Let's get to 50. I think we get to 50 likes. I think we're doing pretty good on that one here. But you guys are great. Thank you all for if you're having fun, let me know. Chat it up. Drop a like. And let me just get the next trailer locked and loaded because we're just gonna do the Lord of the Rings. We'll do Lord of the Rings. We'll do Lord of the Rings next because there's I think less here to talk about kind of overall.
Right.
But really I'm excited for this one. This is the one that I was really like. I watched it in my car because it dropped like right as I was leaving to go do deliveries tonight.
Funny enough, it's like it. So I saw an article saying, "Oh, the trailer dropped." I'm like, I didn't even see it on my TV screen. Like, what do you mean it drops? Like, that's weird. And then I was like, did I miss it? And I was like, I was like, I can't have missed it because I've been here for like 30 minutes. And then like finally like 15 minutes later, it finally showed on the TV. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and and the thing is though, and this is the thing we'll talk about afterward too, it didn't trend.
No.
Nope, not trend whatsoever.
It did not trend on Twitter, either for you or in general. So that's
well, in the US, yeah, in the US it didn't trend. I don't know about worldwide, but for the US at least it didn't.
I mean, like I would figure in New Zealand they would have been like just, you know,
on the For You, it's Blade, Lucasfilm, Namor, Bruce Wayne, Compton, Watchmen, Kevin Feige, Euphoria, and Picard.
Okay. I know Euphoria is on tonight, so
yeah,
there's that. But this is the Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really a huge fan of the name. I think it's a bit much, you know. I think it's we're all just gonna call it the Rings of Power or TROP maybe. And we'll we'll just acronym it down to TROP. Y'all watching TROP this week? I mean, fucking hell, man, that goddamn fucking dwarf fucked that elf up, and I was sitting there going like, God, Jesus. Where the fuck were the humans, right? The humans were the heroes, obviously, but on Trop, they're just nothing. They're tropped. Anyway.
Oh my God.
Which one of those guys has the cock ring? That's my question. Anyway, I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, here. Or how about this one? Hold on. How about this one? Lord of the Rings brings of power. How about one ring to ruin them all, you know? I make myself laugh in the stupidest of ways. Todd here says MCU is the gold standard. Not relevant at all, Todd, but appreciate the input.
I mean, I did mention Kevin Feige just like 5 seconds ago.
Sure. Well, you say Kevin Feige and he shows up, man. This is
right. It's like, wait, Kevin Feige?
Todd shows up.
It's like the bat signal.
You mentioned it at all. It's all. He's just
right.
MCU, man.
I'm sure Kevin Feige appreciates you, Todd.
I'm pretty sure Todd is Kevin Feige. You know, he'll drop like a $20 super just to be like, yo, MCU's legit, right? You're like, yep, keep them coming, buddy. But all right, let's take a look here at the Lord of the Rings. I still think this is going to be one of the biggest shows of the year. I think this is, it's going to be okay, but let's take a look.
Haven't you ever wondered what else is out there? There's wonders in this world beyond our wandering. I can feel it.
So, I mean, who's at the end here? Who's the hand?
Oh,
right?
Because oh my God, I saw someone tweet it out. It's Bombadil.
Bombadil?
Yeah, people are thinking it's Bombadil. Like, and like he's the one that's in that like fiery crater thingy that's coming down.
Okay. Sure. I mean, look, I don't know. Bombadil. I don't know, man. It's been 20 years of where the fuck is Tom Bombadil? All right. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with that one. Planetary Federation here says the show looks cool. It does. Reed here says Galadriel, more like Battle Angel Galadriel. I'll see myself out on that one. But no, it looks, the thing is like visually speaking, it looks really fantastic. I mean this is Gondor, right? This is Gondor.
I believe so. Yes.
I mean, just like look at, like, you can see that there's money in this. Even though this is CG, you can see that there's money.
It ain't cheap.
And no, not cheap. And then you got these two guys right here with the giant antlers on their back, which is like, and that's practical, by the way.
Oh, it's Numenor.
Oh, Numenor. Okay, so that's where. Okay. I'm like, my lord, I'm gonna have to really like spend time like learning the lore to fully understand the show. But thankfully, there's a lot of really cool YouTube channels that do that.
Right,
I'm not one of them, but
they're YouTube and Twitter people that like are able to just like tweet out facts about shit. I'm like, thank you. I can follow you and know that I'm gonna get some good answers from you.
Yeah. I don't know who this person is, but there's a line there though that talks about like, the wandering, right? And I think that goes back to the not all who wander are lost. And so I think that's kind of a play on that line, to be honest with you. Skywalker here says Lord of the Rings is going to cost more than Game of Thrones for production. Yeah, no shit, dude.
Lord of the Rings $500 million for one season.
No, well, okay. You have to understand that's also building the sets that's going to be used for multiple seasons. So it's like they're upfronting the production cost, but they're talking about
like 5 seasons.
They're talking about 5 seasons,
episodes at least.
Well, dude, I heard the first season's like 20 episodes.
Oh shit!
Like I heard the first season's like 20 episodes. Like I could have sworn I read that 10. Somewhere. You would assume that.
Right.
But it's like, I don't know. I mean, the content is
20 hours. Jesus.
I don't know. I have no idea if that's the case or not. Like,
I mean, they did film for a while.
They did. And they filmed, I think, parts of season 2 as well. Cause like, this is going to stick around for 5 years. So when it comes to the Game of Thrones though, but Game of Thrones had an average season cost of about $6 million per episode. So like $60 million for the whole season up until the later seasons where it was a lot more. I think they upped it to like 10 million an episode for like the final season, but then that was only like six episodes, I think, or whatever that was. Yeah. So, and then, but what I think they're doing here is like, they are building shit. Like they are really building stuff. So
yeah. The person that golden armor in, I think it's after this scene.
Before the king.
Before the king.
All right.
Or
that's
like
a great looking waterfall.
I think
that's Galadriel.
How dare Galadriel do action sequences as a woman? How dare she? How dare she climb mountains?
Oh my god.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, if you're RJ. It's hella cracks.
This is cool right here. This like they're firing the arrows. He catches it and spins around and then locks it or knocks it and like locks it, whatever. It is better than that scene from Mandalorian Book of Boba Fett season finale where that guy just spins around for no reason.
Well, he didn't spin around for no reason. He was dodging a bullet
by standing perfectly still and spinning.
Yes.
I mean, that's like Michael Jackson level of deflection right there.
Yes.
Before the ring. Okay, so you think this is Tom Bombadil right here?
Yeah.
That's Elrond. I mean, that's obvious. I think it's supposed to be Elrond.
Yeah, that's Elrond.
And then okay, so we see like it's
clearly. That's Elrond. That's Gildrian. And then
that thing looks fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like holy shit, that looks cool. And I don't know who these characters are. Like there's obviously there's stuff going on here. There's the queen. There's she's an elf. Oh, she's an elf. They're gonna.
Oh no.
No.
Kill him now.
Wait. Hold on. Yo, is that homie nude? Like, nah, he's just something. Like, I just noticed it's like, yo, dude, like. Is your ring finger sticking out? What's going on?
You fall from the sky and you're like, what? You're naked?
I don't know. So you're thinking this could be Bombadil?
Yeah.
Maybe. And then the dwarves are breaking shit.
Oh.
We lost RJ. Okay. Well, we are getting to the fucking to the Doctor Strange one. He could have told me he had to leave, and I would have just gone through this and got to Doctor Strange. That's right. Hey, what's up, Skylon Scotty? How you doing, man? Super stoked for the Lord of the Rings Second Age. Yeah. And then, I mean, there's going to be a lot of shit in this that's going to be really, really cool. So, I mean, look, I know.
I think the thing is in the very beginning, but it's whatever.
Very beginning. It just shows the. Hold on, we'll play it again. All right, there's the city. There's the dudes walking.
Because we see Finrod in the scene.
So, I don't know.
Oh, what?
Are you just like... So, the Tolkien scholar wasn't fired. He quit, dude.
Yeah.
There's a difference. He quit. There's a massive difference on that one. But look, there are people out there who are freaking out about this already. The people who've already poisoned the well. They've already tainted opinion. They haven't seen the show yet. They've got a minute look at it and a couple of screenshots.
It's woke.
It's woke because they are women. What would these guys actually do? That's my question. What would they actually do when a woman presents her vagina to them for the act of mating? Like, that is are they so afraid? Are they so afraid of what the labia majora will do to their penis? It will engulf it and then take its life essence. I mean, that's what they probably think. Rather than you can refill it in 20 minutes. I'm just saying, it's like, it's really ridiculous that like they freak out about this shit. They poison the goddamn well. Yeah. It's honestly something that it's like, you got to give it time. I don't want to even engage with this shit. I don't want to talk about them very much. I got sent stuff today, but because it's all ridiculous. Like, it's all it is poisoning the well, and it's just, they're doing their shit. And they're just, they live to make people angry. I wasn't angry watching this. I would have liked it if it had like some Enya sounding music to sound more in line with what Jackson did. Cause I feel like that's going to have to be, the aesthetic, that they're gonna have to go for here. But at the end of the day, I'm like, man, I'm excited to see this. And I think people are going to watch it. Lord of the Rings fans are going to freak out because any kind of changing of the guard is going to cause that. These are guys, a lot of these guys have spent 2 decades with Peter Jackson having his finger on the Lord of the Rings pulse, and that's like, it's just, I don't know. It looks good. Here's the thing. My concern is like the story. Because like the storyline, they're going to cover like multiple hundreds of years. And they're going to have to condense it down. And that's kind of the whole point, is like these adaptations are adaptations. There's no way to do a 1-to-1 telling of any book. Any book, you have to cut things out. Like, look, the original Harry Potter book, right? Sorcerer's Stone, Philosopher's Stone, whatever, 273 pages long. Is how long that book is, or like it's like 270 or 271. I think 273. But it's that's not very long. And they could have done, they trimmed stuff out of the movie. They hit the right beat points, albeit cutting some characters I liked out, like Peeves, bastards. But but then as the books got longer, I mean, the fucking Deathly Hallows, was like 700, 800 pages, I think. So it's like, I mean, like J.K. Rowling just expanded and expanded and expanded, but the movies are still going to be tied into this, like a timeline, because they still have to formulate and be adapted around a presentable structure. And you can sit there and go, man, I love the Peter Jackson extended edition of Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. That's 4.5 hours long. Would you watch it in the theater though? Could theaters sustain themselves on that for a long period of time? The answer to that is no, they couldn't, because it's like you could only do 2 showings in a day, pretty much. Or you'd have to pay somebody to stay there until, like, you could do a screening at like 10 a.m., another screening at 3 p.m., and then the last screening at 8:30 p.m., right? Roughly. Or 8 p.m. ish. And that would go until around 1 o'clock. Well, actually, no, all movies kind of run that late. You could do 3 showings in a day. I'd give you that. But that cuts out like potential, a lot of money that could be there.
Like you can do double of the showings, double or triple of the showings.
Yeah.
If you just get
So, I mean, but Ryan here makes a great point. Says it should be at least accurate, not necessarily faithful, but accurate. True. And that's the other part of that as well. But sometimes you have to capture the spirit. You know, it's like when the Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring came out in 2001, there was a lot of people really upset that certain things were cut. But as a person like myself who had never read the books, was tangentially aware of the story, knew it well enough through like the animated stuff and everything else, I was very happy with what we got. And I love the extended edition, you know, but the theatrical was solid too. The theatrical was really good. You know, and it's just one of the problems, like where this being a streaming show, they're going to have time to build it out. What I hope is that they structured the show to be able to do a lot of stuff, you know?
Yeah. Like, you know, when in the Vanity Fair article, they did say like the first 2 or 3 episodes will be dealing with the first age and then going into, then after that, they'll go straight into the second age. So, wondering how that plays out as well. Like how does those 2 episodes that will start off with us not being in direct timeline we're going to be in for the rest of the series, and for those of people who are just watching it, you know, to casually watch it, how they feel about that, you know?
Yeah.
It's been very
well, I think the first couple episodes are probably going to have they're going to be like a history lesson, I think.
Yeah.
So
like it's probably going to start off with Geraldine saying, "Oh, my brother from a long, long time ago," and talk about the first age, you know. It starts off with him, you know.
Most likely that. I think that's what we're going to get. So it should be a fair amount of fun. I am excited to see where we go with this. I think it's going to be a blast to watch. It's Lord of the Rings, man. It's like, you know, there you go. And it's all about Sauron and shit. So I think we're going to be cool. So why don't we go into the last trailer I got, because it is getting closer to my closeout time. But this one was the big one of the day, I think. And it's the one we all were kind of waiting for, one we all were excited for. And holy shit, boys. Here we go.
Every night, I dream the same dream. And then the nightmare begins. I did what I had to do to protect our world.
You cannot control everything, Strange. You opened the doorway between universes, and we don't know who or what will walk through it.
Wanda, what do you know about the multiverse?
Viz had his theories. He believed it was dangerous.
He was right.
I'm sorry, Stephen. Your desecration of reality will not go unpunished.
We should tell him the truth.
Things just got out of hand.
You break the rules.
Look out!
To become a hero. I do it, I become the enemy. It doesn't seem fair.
Hell yeah.
Fucking fuck, dude.
And also, if you notice in the scene when she's talking about the she's like, I did something to break the rules and I become the villain, but you do something and you're the hero. You notice in the first trailer we got, and then like it's also the scene in here when when Strange is asking her like, and she thinks he's there to talk about Westview, but then he's asking her about the multiverse. Those 2 scenes are the same scene. It's the first scene that we get is an illusion. Like that whole forest of like peach trees and blossoms and stuff like that. That's a whole illusion. Actually, it's like this like weird red dark place that he's going to, and like, I mean, I was just like, that's crazy,
dude. Okay, so I woke up from my nap earlier today, and that's where I watched the trailer on my phone, which I really hated doing, but I was like, I gotta watch this shit, right? And then I saw that was fucking the back of Patrick Stewart's head, right? Like I saw that it was the back of his head, and I was like, what? No fucking way. And then like, just, you know, you see this here, and then, you know, you like right there, and you're like, holy shit, that's fucking him, right? I did not hear the voice.
Oh, you didn't hear the voice?
Did you see my reaction? That was me going that was legitimately me hearing that for the first fucking time. I did not hear that was Patrick Stewart's voice. I did not know that.
And honestly, also
goddamn.
I'm gonna say this. I don't think it's the Fox X-Men one. I think it's the 90s, Charles.
Most likely.
It's most because why else would they like revive that show, especially, you know, and they're bringing someone to do that character, like, so it's most likely him.
Yeah, well, Shrek is Daddy here at the $5 super chat. Thank you, buddy. Says a lot of my time to shine. Hello, leaks were proven right with this trailer. The leaked previs of Wanda fighting the Illuminati. This movie is going to be crazy.
Oh yeah,
well, there's a lot of scoopers that were proven right with this. Even Daniel RPK. But I mean, you know, Mikey Sutton, a bunch of stuff that was said, you know, early on and everything else. Like this is, look, I don't get it. Okay, so, dude, that's fucking Patrick Stewart. Now the thing is though, people I've seen, I was sent to take, and I think we should look at the take. I was sent to take. It's a short little take, but this is what I'm wondering. What certain? Oh my God, Louis Lecca from Nerd Report. This came in from Non-Kino Cinephile early on. It's he's not too pleased. Not too pleased about the trailer. If you are aware of this at all, like this is possible because, you know, Louis, I'll give him credit. You know, a little cringe, a little boomer, but I think he makes an interesting point. Talking about how, you know, he says here, rant, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. It's end the Multiverse of Madness, Louis. It says may ruin Logan. Okay. Now, if you guys listen to what he has to say, at least a little bit to get an idea, but outside of looking like a crazed madman right here in the frame, I think he has an interesting point, and this is something we're going to have to kind of deal with. So let's see what he has to say.
The great trailers from the big game, we're not allowed to say that other word, the SB word, because they have a copyright on the word and they could like really take you down. And also, I'm not going to be showing the video here, the trailer for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, because YouTube don't like you when I show you the video. They copyright strike me. So do yourself a favor before you see my reaction right now. Pause. I'm waiting. Go watch the video, go watch the trailer, and then come back right here and let me know what you think and listen to what I think. And what I think is, are they going to ruin Logan? You know what I'm talking about? The cameo voice, Professor X. He had a perfect death in Logan. Does everyone have to come back? And does everything have to be a feel-good story? No, it was a perfect ending for the character. Like, perfect. Excellent. It was one of my favorite movies. Logan is one of my favorite movies. You could not end a movie better than that. I'm sorry. Do they have to come back? Does everyone have to come back? Other than that, trailer looks fine. It's got, it looks kind of like what you expect from the MCU with a little bit of the...
Okay, I mean, like, here's the thing: is Lewis, you know, is he right? That's the thought. Like, is he correct?
I mean, again, I think it because we were introduced to this idea in Loki of variants, and also we're introduced, and then we had Disney Plus Day last year in November, and we were, you know, and also like previously it was announced that, you know, that X-Men 97 is coming back, and so it's a possibility that Sir Patrick Stewart is playing a variant of the Fox X-Men not the one that we saw, but or the one we saw in the 90s cartoon.
Yeah.
Because why else would they revive that and release that next year? And also at the end of the last season we saw is Charles missing, and so this possibly answer that question of where Charles went. Like, he went to go help out with the multiverse because there's this bigger idea that can ruin his reality, and he's already seen something that can ruin his reality. So he's like, you know what, I need to help out, type of thing.
Well, that makes sense. Like, I mean, going back and even kind of looking it up here. All right. Oh yeah. There was okay. So fuck. Sorry, hit there. All right, go back. So you got shadowed members of clearly the Illuminati right there. Are these Vision? Are those Vision bot or Ultron bots?
Ultron bots, yeah.
Oh my god, that's from What If, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck, I didn't even put that together. Holy crap!
It's the Iron Legion that Tony was trying to perfect in Age of Ultron, which were taken over by Ultron, and then also is kind of like going back to the Ultron bots in What If, and so that's kind of also like when people were talking about on Twitter before this trailer, after the whole leak of the previs with the shot of the Ultron bots with Charles Xavier and Mordo standing in front of something just like that how they're standing right there, and it's a previous shot of them standing in this hallway, and it's Mordo standing next to Charles Xavier in this hover chair. So it's the hover chair from the 1990s animated series.
Yeah.
And we see the Ultron bots surrounding Strange, who's handcuffed with that power dampener handcuff type thing.
Yeah.
So it's, and then people were like, oh yeah, thinking obviously the 2-week break from Tom Cruise, rumors were oh, he's filming Doctor Strange 2, that whole thing. People thought, oh, he's superior Iron Man, and then with this, and then people were just running with that. I don't think Tom Cruise is in this at all. I think.
Well, do you think that? But do you think Reed Richards is there?
Yeah, I do think Reed Richards is here. Reed Richards is here, and I think he's the one that we see next to Xavier, but obviously Xavier is covered by Strange.
Yeah,
the one right next to him, on our left, and probably the screen's right. So
was that? But is Mordo with them? Is Mordo?
Yeah,
with them?
Mordo. I think.
Okay, that was Mordo right there.
That wasn't. That's not our Mordo that we saw in the first Doctor Strange. That's a variant of him.
Oh.
So and the Reed Richards. I think we all know who plays Reed Richards. It's not. I don't think it's Ian Garford or Miles Teller. I think it's J.K.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But there's another shot. Obviously, right there with that being outright Patrick Stewart's voice. Holy crap!
Right.
But then there's this right here. Is this
Savage Land?
Okay.
I think it's Savage Land.
Well, there's a fucking dinosaur.
Right. There's 2 dinosaurs fighting, and so.
But who's Strange fighting there?
He's not fighting anyone. He's going through the multiverse with America Chavez.
Oh, right. There's her jacket. Okay, yeah. I saw somebody take a screenshot of that earlier and say something along the lines of it being like that. Oh, it's fucking Wolverine. I saw that earlier. Somebody saying that. It's like, I don't think it's fucking Wolverine, dude. But no, it's Chavez right there.
I know someone also on the when we get to the poster. There's her symbol is kind of you see the glass all spread out. And her symbol is reflected on one of the glasses, shards of glass. And so it's oh, that's Captain America's shield. I'm like, no, that's America Chavez. But the other one is Captain Carter's shield, one with the Union Jack on it.
Yeah. Who is Rational? Who is this you sent me? Is this that? I don't know. Who is that? Who's the chick in the images? Because I don't know. There's a lot going on. The thing is, I don't want to spoil this too much, man. I don't want to spoil this too much.
It's so much to go through this.
It's look, okay, I love No Way Home. All right. And No Way Home was great. And I knew a lot going into it, but I still want to be fucking surprised. Now I know I saw Kino say that there's still a cameo. I think there's gonna be way more than one, if I'm being honest with you. I think there's gonna be way more than one. If Patrick Stewart's there, all bets are off at this point in time.
Right.
Like all bets are off.
Next thing you know, you can see Michael Fassbender's Magneto or something like that. Like, or Ian McKellen's Magneto. Like,
yeah. God, that would be cool, man.
Oh my God.
That would be great. Like, and I know people want Hugh Jackman back as Logan. I get that. Part of me does too. But it's like, again, and I'm kind of with Lewis on this one. It's like Logan. I love Logan. It's an amazing movie. It's amazing end of the character. And I'm looking at it like, man, I don't know if I want to fucking see this go through like this.
Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, like you can have Patrick be in the variant, but with Hugh Jackman, because if you have Hugh Jackman be like a variant, like again, because we've had 2 or 3 Wolverines in that timeline, and and all of them were and like, so I think if we have 3 Charleses with X-Men 90s X-Men, then 4. We have 4, and then we have James McAvoy, then we have Patrick Stewart, and 2 Patrick Stewarts and 1 McAvoy. So that's why the other one. Now we have 3 Patrick Stewarts. So yeah, not 4.
I don't know, man. That's a lot going on there. There's a lot going on. Probably a little bit too much, to be honest with you. Okay, so I'm not going to bring that image up on screen. Just to be fair, I've already got enough shit going against me on this stream. Rational. So I appreciate that. Plus I want to keep certain things, like fucking secret from people. Not everyone wants to know everything. I don't want to know everything. Right. I've seen the image you sent me before. I just didn't know who that was. So, but I think honestly, I jokingly, I think I put in the title of this, like X-Men is coming 2022. Like this is the birth of the X-Men in the MCU, right? Like, yeah. And fine. If you want to make them all variants, I'm actually like, okay with that. I'm fine with that. I don't have a problem with that, but it's like, if you can give me Toby and you can give me Andrew, and it's not variants of those characters, it is those characters, and you can make it work. I mean, look, at this point, they're looking at the success of No Way Home and they're thinking to themselves, what else can we do? And it clearly has the intent. It clearly has people behind it. This is what I was talking about before, man. Like, look, dude, fuck. DC doesn't know what the fuck it's doing. Let's just be fair. DC doesn't know what the fuck it's doing. They are, attempting to make this work, but again, it's like Marvel is whole, right? Marvel in 2022 is whole. The Netflix shows are leaving, coming back home. Matt Murdock is back. Kingpin is back. Jessica Jones is probably not too far behind. And
there's rumors of her showing up in She-Hulk.
Sure. Yeah. Right. Like you've got, and then you got Matt Murdock popping up in She-Hulk and Echo. Right. So it's like they're whole. They are giving fans what they want, and they are giving it to them in a way that's going to push the story forward. DC is just like, meh, and I'm sorry. I can't stand by that. I just can't stand by that.
I don't like Geralt at all, but he kind of did make a point today after the Doctor Strange 2 trailer. Like he was like, while Marvel is, using this to expand their universe and stuff like that, well, DC is doing it as well. They're also using the multiverse to also kind of erase or steer away from certain things, Yeah.
Well, and that's right. Marvel's not steering away from. Well, no, they're embracing.
They're embracing it. Man. While DC is kind of like, oh no, Snyder, let's move away.
Well, Jose here says you're just a DC hater in an MCU show, dude. I would probably if someone was like, if you suck this person's dick, I'll give you a Ben Affleck Batman movie. I'd be like, fuck it, dude. I take a shot in the mouth if they got us an Affleck film. No, clearly I'm a fan of this shit, right? All I'm saying is, I've been very concise in my criticism, which is it's not connected, and there's no plan. We make the same criticisms about Star Wars. Star Wars at least now has a fucking plan, and it's overall better as a result of that. Quality of Boba Fett notwithstanding, still it was consistent with Mando. At least, my God, Mando was beautiful. That was great. But it's like, you know, still pissed about Cad Bane. That's what I'm mad at. That's what I'm mad at, you guys. I'm mad about Cad Bane. I'm just mad about Cad Bane. That's my thing. That's my disappointment.
Like, you introduce him live action and then you just do that, and I'm just like, oh my god. Like, you could have like waited a little bit. Could have, like, unless you have him show up in Obi-Wan or Andor, then yeah, sure, fine. But at least like, I know,
you know, something would have worked, right? But unfortunately, did not go that way right now. But we'll hopefully get there eventually. Let's take a quick look here at what's the last bit. Hold on. Let me make sure I have my screen. So kind of going through it again. I mean, this looks pretty cool here. The CG has come a long way since 2016.
I love this shot right here. Just like him like going crazy.
It just looks cool.
Yeah. Remember when he was saying that he could, like, Benedict Cumberbatch was on like a Zoom call or something, and he said, "I can't show my face," and he just had it up, like the camera just up into the ceiling.
Yeah.
I wonder if because he had the makeup of his zombie look.
Well, because here this the character on the right, I think that's another Doctor Strange.
The caption, it said Sinister Strange or Sinister Supreme. It's one of those two.
Okay. We got Marvel zombies. Yeah. That is true. There's gonna be Marvel zombies in this.
And also someone also pointed out that the scene when Wanda Scarlet Witch is talking is like kneeling down and crying. And then Psycho Killer Wanda is just like up.
Yeah. I didn't even fucking see this here. Look at this.
Oh yeah, that's Maria Rambeau, Captain.
Yeah. Wow. Yes, I thought that was Captain. Yeah. Well, someone said Captain Marvel on Twitter. I think Brandon Davis was all like, "Which Captain Marvel?" Yeah. So that's definitely Monica Rambeau. I thought, wow.
Because of the
Sorry, Maria Rambeau. Yeah.
And I think
I didn't realize that.
And it's like. It's just like, it's gonna be funny because it's like Monica is soon gonna become Spectrum, you know. Well, became Spectrum in WandaVision.
What is up with her stomach there? Does that look like?
I think it's just her shirt that's like going crazy.
Oh yeah. Okay, so she's fighting her. I'm sorry. Like Scarlet Witch will fuck up. Will fuck up Rambeau
with that statue right there.
Yeah.
She's like followed Strange there. And she's
this is clearly going to be, because I think she's searching for her kids.
I think because basically I think, especially with, you know, she hears the voice of her kids in the finale at the post-credit scene, and then obviously we see America Chavez, who's able to just go through the multiverse easily, you know, by just stomping, punching like a star into the wall and go through. So I'm sure she's able to look at that and be like, I need to get that girl, you know, and so she can help me find my kids, you know. And there's another scene where we see she, like, it goes like a Raimi cam where it goes into her eyeball, but before you really go into her eyeball, you see something in the scene before. We see Rachel McAdams, this character, Christine Palmer, and like this headquarters with an Ultron bot like running towards something. So,
well, is it just me, or earlier on in the trailer, or maybe it's after this, we see her what appears to be like a smart wedding dress, like she's dressed in white.
That's like one of the very first shots is like she's in a wedding dress, and also in the very first trailer we also know that she's getting married, not to Steven, but to someone else.
Okay. Wasn't she like originally not going to be in the movie? If I recall, that was a thing.
I believe so.
Okay.
And I think because apparently Scott Derrickson wanted a murder mystery, and the murder mystery would have been her character and some other character, but like to find, like, it was gonna be something weird, and I was like, okay, cool, a murder mystery multiverse horror thing, cool. But I think this would have been better for the title of Multiverse of Madness, better than just some like small murder mystery story.
No, I agree. I mean, I wanted to see what Derrickson was going to do with this, but I understand the conflict between the two. it makes sense. I think Raimi's a good choice though.
Right.
You know, getting to see here, like, I mean, just already the CG on this looks fucking amazing.
Right.
So, this part I like. Oh yeah, going back to Westview, that's going to be great.
Psycho Killer Wanda talking to Scammage.
But I like this right here, where she's like, "You break the rules, and you're heralded a hero. I do it, and I'm called the bad guy. That doesn't seem fair."
Yeah.
You know, but it's also like, I guess he broke the rules, but he tried putting things back. You know, she kept people hostage for weeks.
Right.
You know, it's kind of like, but then again, this is her in her Scarlet Witch mode, and look, the audience already is going to have sympathy for the character anyway. You know, like and I'm telling you this, every parent out there, that scene at the end of WandaVision when she looks at her boys for the last time, she's like, "Thank you for letting me be your mom."
Yeah.
Like, fuck, dude, that broke mom's hearts. That line, you know, I know they said like grief is this love persevering, right? And that's a good line too. But it's like the thank you for letting me be your mom. Like, that's a powerful ass line. And I say that to I said it to my kids all the time. I said, thank you for letting me be your dad. I say it to my daughters all the time. I just want them to, because I love my kids. So I like to remind them, you know, that they always have someone here. And, you know, they don't understand it, but I do it because I love them,
right.
You know, and, but yeah, sorry. I know we're going to get to that real quick. The horror element there. Sorry. I did see Ryan's super chat. It's, because he did say here, I wonder what kind of horror elements Raimi will add to the movie.
Right.
Hey, look, Derrickson is a horror guy. All right. And I think what he did with the first film was great. I thought they did a great job with it. I thought it was going to suck. I think I even have a trailer reaction to like Doctor Strange first trailer. And I was like, it looks kind of lame. I'm not too sure how I feel about it. Then I saw it opening day and I'm just like, I was fucking wrong. I was wrong. This movie's great. Raimi like got his start 40 years ago with The Evil Dead, and The Evil Dead still holds up in my opinion. I just saw it in the drive-in about a year and a half ago. They did a revival tour with it for its 40th.
Right.
Still looks fantastic. He pioneered a fair amount of I think a lot of the kind of like horror aesthetic that we know in cinematography. Even like Tom Holland had said while they were filming No Way Home, oh God, who's the director? John Watts had, you know, done what he called Raimi Cam.
Right.
You know, and I think again, people are really excited for some of the aesthetic he's going to bring to the table.
Oh yeah.
And like, honest to God, like I love Raimi as a director, but like he's kind of been hit or miss for a while, to be fair. You know, I felt like Oz the Great and Powerful was kind of lame.
It was like one of the things when it was like announced that he's gonna do like an Oz movie. It's like, oh snap! Like Sam Raimi is gonna do a Wizard of Oz movie, a prequel to Wizard of Oz. Like
and it's like a fucking Disney film.
Yeah,
you know.
I was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I know.
Like first time watching, it's like, oh my God, this is so good. Just like, and then watching it again, like, oh no, this isn't that good. like this isn't what I thought. But before we got, there's another one. There was like a TV spot that like showed, and like.
Was there a TV spot for this? Because I didn't see it.
Yeah, and
okay, I'm sure there was.
So I have it shared.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Okay, hold on.
What do you know about the multiverse?
Hold on, let me make sure everything's okay.
What do you know about the multiverse?
It's very low audio.
We should tell him the truth.
Even in that teaser they used it?
Right. Yeah.
Whoa. This is totally different.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Watch the full trailer online.
And
dude, like that shit's like half the shit's not even fucking in that trailer.
Like this whole thing.
Whoa, that's cool, man.
That's just what I was talking about. I think Benedict was in this makeup when he was on that Zoom call when he said he couldn't show his face. But then there's this one shot, this shot right here.
Oh yeah.
Which is like totally bloody and like the
Wanda zombie.
Right. And then someone pointed out hold on, let me go up right here. So
Oh, right. Yeah. Who's in the cage?
So
that's
America
Chavez.
Chavez. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's America Chavez.
And who's in the other cage? Is it Johnny?
And then there's another shot of Captain Marvel, Maria Rambeau.
Yeah. You think that's a variant?
Yeah, I think that's like, instead of, how Carol was the one that went on the ship with Annette Bening's character.
Oh, yeah.
And then
so wait, so is that going to be it's Monica, not Maria, right? Marie. Right. Which one's the mom? Monica.
Maria Rambeau is the mom.
Maria is the mom. Okay.
And Monica is the daughter.
Okay. So that's going to be Loretta Lynch was her name, right?
Lashana Lynch.
Lashana Lynch.
Yeah.
Loretta Lynch is somebody else. I know Loretta Lynch. What am I doing? She has a high voice. Love her. Lashana Lynch, who I liked very much in the role for Captain Marvel. Okay, that's cool, man. Like that. Yeah. There's, my God, the fuck so this movie. What is this movie? At this point, like,
and then we get Defender Strange.
What is this fucking movie, dude? Like,
and it's just crazy. It's
dude, what the fuck is DC thinking? And I'm comparing, obviously, because it's like they're gonna have to match this shit. Oh, like when they drop the Flash trailer, they're gonna if they got Henry Cavill in that movie, if that's confirmed, because I've heard talks about that, they gotta drop that shit. It's like, but they got Strange playing multiple variants of himself. We're now looking at 4 different variants of Strange between these 2 trailers. That's nuts.
Yeah. And then of course the wedding, but then like this scene of America Chavez and like under the Gargantos,
Yeah.
So yeah, like there's and then hold on. Well, then we have, of course, Mordo and Strange in the Olympia. Like, you can see they're all gone from their chairs. And then someone pointed out this kind of looks like either one, the mirror dimension that like Strange has that like he puts people in, or 2, it's that near the area that the Watcher was in What If, and that like it was like
Yo, you think the Watcher's gonna pop up in this?
I think so. Yeah, maybe, or at least like we'll hear Jeffrey Wright's voice. Maybe that'd be cool.
Crazy, dude.
Like imagine we just like in the Illuminati room, and when like we hear like we just hear like the Watcher's voice and like oh.
What? How? Look, okay. So, like, obviously, this shit's massive, like, absolutely massive. And RJ, you're missing it, you bastard. But it's massive. And here's the thing: I don't think any other company could pull it off. No. Right? And I mean that, like, literally, like, no other company could pull it off. Like, not Lucasfilm, not Sony, not Universal, not Warner's. Right, like definitely could not pull up, but Feige, man, this is part of the plan. I think I mentioned this last night. Like they're like 5 years, they're 2 phases ahead at this point in time. They are absolutely ahead, and I mean, like, holy crap, because this looks like, just that trailer alone looks like a seasoned director is behind it, not a director for hire. As an actual, like, he brought some talent to this, man, and like that.
And look at Wanda's fingers as well, like the tipped fingers.
Oh yeah. She's gonna get fucked up, dude. Like,
wait,
I'll tell you what I'm
killer in this thing.
What I'm really hoping, what I'm really looking forward to, is like the connections to WandaVision, because I really loved WandaVision. So I'm hoping,
like, I do think like with the whole Darkhold stuff, and as we see with Agatha. Like Agatha already dealt with the dark magic and stuff, and it's her and her mother's like we see that like her magic was different from her mother's and all of her like her sister's magics or whatever you would call them. Like they were more like a blue and a red type blue, like I think it was blue magic that they were with, and then hers was purple, and then so it's like and then so it's like and then her finding the Darkhold and having the possession of it, I think she was able to, unlock it. But with Wanda, she's not skilled enough. So I think the Darkhold, as it's being its own entity, will probably corrupt her, and that's what probably makes her go psycho insane.
Yeah. Well, then you've got. I mean, I wonder if Loki's gonna pop up, man. There's been rumors of that too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think Loki's gonna pop up not only in this, but in Thor: Love and Thunder, because it's not a fucking Thor movie without Loki. I'm sorry.
If even if it's like a post-credit scene, he's gonna be in it. I mean,
it's crazy. It's
like,
absolutely nuts.
Even though we have Matt Damon's Loki, we're gonna still have some other Loki.
Yeah. No, 100%, man. Like this is yeah, keep going through a little bit because we got to wrap it up here. So I have to do the Blood Bowl trailer. I'm only gonna do the Blood Bowl, not the other one because the other one's a little longer. We'll do that tomorrow or whatever.
This is Strange and Christine.
But the hair
is red.
Really red.
Yeah.
Is this a variant of Christine or like?
Yeah, it's a variant of Christine.
Okay.
It's like, she's supposed to be like a Clea, Clea, so it's like Clea took over her body, and so this
I don't know who that
Palmer.
is.
Clea is like this other sorceress in like the Doctor Strange area of characters.
Oh, okay.
She's married to Strange in the future, and she's the daughter of Dormammu. So yeah,
that's a little bit forbidden on that one right there. You know,
Right.
It's all like Dormammu have come to bargain with a dowry for your daughter. So that should be fascinating to see there. I don't know a lot about Doctor Strange because I don't read the comics, but the movies I like. So
I'm trying to find Rithar Rhinath. I can't remember his name, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Dallas, that fucking Wanda zombie thing is gonna be fucking wicked.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Because I really liked the whatever it's called. I liked the Marvel Zombies What If episode quite a bit. I just felt it needed more. You know, and I think we make it a bit more with that.
What they're doing this series,
Yeah.
Who knows if it's connected to the What If episode or not? But it's still getting its own series, and it's Zeb Wells, so that will be interesting.
No, 100%, man. That's I
just can't wait for all these projects from Marvel.
Yeah. Well, no, they clearly have a plan, and we applaud that plan.
Yes.
We applaud that plan. Real quick though, here $20 super chat from Peter Rabbit's Defender, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you. Says here, I understand what you're coming from about the Oscars, and I get that. But film, Twitter, and cinephiles still care about the Oscars. Nominate No Way Home for Black Panther isn't everything. If they never nominate Endgame for Best Picture, why bother with No Way Home? Okay. So I know what you're saying on that one, buddy, and I agree. I know film, Twitter, and cinephiles definitely want, like Oscar caliber movies and shit. What I'm talking about here though is the way that the Academy has lost touch with the general movie going public. And it's not just the Academy. It is also the studios have lost touch with the general movie going public. The things have changed. And it's not that people don't want to be told good stories. It's just that these studios are risk averse, and that's a big problem. And that's why, they put out these littler movies, and these littler movies go on to do, we can't call Dune a little fucking movie. That thing's huge, but it's like, that's kind of rare where, when we talk about No Way Home getting an Oscar nod, we're not talking about it winning Best Picture. We're not talking about it winning. Because I don't think it would win. I think it is.
Just recognition.
Recognition for the work that it's done, and the work that it's done has brought people back to theaters. It has saved a lot of jobs. It's brought about this. It allowed for emotionally cathartic, emotionally satisfying storytelling in a fucking cape shit movie. Like, that's something that's relatively unheard of. You get movies that are good. You get like Logan or The Dark Knight and. Fucking Watchmen, fucking 300, fucking whatever, dude. There's a lot of really well-made comic book movies and shit. But like when you get something like No Way Home that culminates 20 years of storytelling and it does it in an emotionally cathartic way and it's fulfilling that is not something that should necessarily be overlooked because it has superheroes in it. Because the story of the characters is what also drives a lot of the love for these movies. And so film Twitter can be a little fucking pretentious and shit. They're like, if you're not watching the latest A24 release, then you're just a fucking freak. Go back to your studio spectacle films about moons and falling. You know, like we're going to be over here watching Lamb and viciously masturbating. It's like, just fucking hell, my God, man. Like I've been around pretentious film fucks, and it's like, you know, I like a bunch of different movies, man. Good, bad, whatever, you know. But when you watch a lot of these movies and it's like, you look at the Oscars, you can look at to see what the general populace is going to see. And it's not that. And as a result of that, the ratings start to dwindle because we also don't fucking care about celebrities glad handing each other. We don't care about any of that stuff.
No,
none of it matters. You know what I mean? Like when I when I worked for the flower shop that provides the flowers for the Oscars, I had Jennifer Love Hewitt's home address on scratch paper. Like they don't actually fucking care. You know, it's all recognition for them. What they do means nothing to the rest of us. You know, I'm just saying, it's like fucking toss the populace a bone, man. You want people to watch? Give them a reason. Right. Give them a reason. 2 gay cowboys sitting on a fence eating chocolate pudding is not a reason. Might have been in 2005 when everyone knew about the joke from South Park and then here comes Brokeback Mountain and everyone's like, the fuck? You don't remember that, do you, Caden?
No, I don't.
Right, because, yeah. So in 2005, Brokeback Mountain came out. Right? Or maybe it was 06 or something.
I think it was
back in the day.
07?
Maybe it was 07. It was back in the day. But anyway, in 2005, South Park episode, they brought like a Sundance to South Park essentially. And Cartman made a joke about 2 gay cowboys sitting on a fence eating chocolate pudding. And that was ultimately a film that was made, and it was a film that won in the episode. And then lo and behold, it was before 2005. But when Brokeback Mountain was announced, which I think was in 2005, we heard about a story about 2 gay cowboys starring Heath Ledger and Jake Gyllenhaal. And even in my film class, I was in film school at the time, even my professor was like, didn't South Park make that joke? Like, didn't South Park just make that damn joke? You know? And like, that's kind of been the running gag is like, there is not that populist touch. And if you want people to pay attention, they tried in 2008, or I should say in 2009, when they nominated 10 films, and 2 of those were like District 9 and The Dark Knight. They tried to do that. And then they scaled it back. Because they're not going to please everybody, but you don't have to. It's like, you know, just toss them a fucking nod. They tossed Black Panther a nod, and as we looked last night, the fucking numbers went up, you know? So it's like, toss them a nod and people will check it out. Other than that, it's just going to kill itself in the process, man. It's like, don't get me wrong though. Like I'm not saying kill the Oscars and the Oscars. I just don't watch them. None of it has any impact on my life overall, but it's like, if you want, this is from a purely business perspective, because that's all it is. ABC owns the Oscars, right? Or ABC has the distribution rights for the Academy. All the studios put up a ton of money in their marketing, go down Hollywood Boulevard during every Oscar season. You know what I'm talking about, Caden.
Yeah.
And it's like every billboard,
yeah,
you know, every billboard is like, for your consideration, you know, this movie is like best costume, best vest, blah, 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 blah. You know,
I've been to a couple for your consideration events for, you know, and it was just like, and the crazy thing about them is just, it's legit what you do at home, but you dress up and you go someplace and they feed you and they show you like if it's a series type of thing, they show you 2 episodes, like the 2 episodes that are nominated, and then, or like the 3 episodes that are nominated.
Okay. Well, I was wrong. Apparently Dark Knight wasn't nominated, but it was best director. I think there was something more than just best supporting. I know it won best supporting, but it had better than that. Anyway, no, that's true. It's all money, man.
Yeah.
It's all money. Like, you know, the Oscars, like, the Academy has like 6,000 voters. You know, it's like they upped it a bit. They have like 6,000 voters. And as we talked about this last night, they went through a purge a couple of years ago where they're trying to like get rid of the older, whiter people, which is true. They're, you know, the older people in the Academy are generally of Caucasian descent.
Yeah.
And they want to bring in more diverse people, and that's fine. I have no problem with opening up the ranks.
Is it the Academy with new criteria of each film? You have to have a certain AD has either like a crew member has like a certain levels of nomination stuff.
Yeah,
like there's rules now you have to follow for your film.
BAFTA did that too, I think. The BAFTAs had something very similar to that. So it's like, personally, I think that's bullshit. I'm just like, look, man, Hollywood.
Your film has to present an idea. Like it's like 4 rules. One is your film has to follow 2 of the 4 rules. Your film has to have a concept of a person of color or a woman of color or a woman be the main character, and it's they're the ones that have to go through struggle with something. It's weird now.
Well, that's the whole thing though too. Is like, I personally think, and I know that this is like maybe my libertarian way of viewing things. I've always looked at the industry as being predominantly a meritocracy. I know that that's not true, but I'd like to think that in a perfect world, it would be a meritocracy where the best film makes its way to the front line. That is very idealistic thinking and something that I know is in no way accurate. And that's unfortunate because, like, you know, there are movies out there that are really good that people just don't see. And they don't see because of when they're released, of what might happen behind the scenes in regards to distribution, to marketing, to just word of mouth at the time. You know, and there's a reason why we look at a lot of movies as either underrated gems or unappreciated classics. And the Oscars is just like, it just becomes this funnel for studios to pump money into marketing these movies that the average audience isn't going to go and see, but they hope to win an award that raises their profile because then it might actually increase something. And I remember it used to. I remember after Shakespeare in Love beat out, Saving Private Ryan in 99. They put that movie back in theaters. That was Harvey Weinstein bullying that shit from behind the scenes, man. There is no fucking, I love Shakespeare in Love, but there's no fucking way that movie beat out Saving Private Ryan. I'm sorry. Like, you know, maybe I have my year wrong. I don't think I do, but it's like, you know, and I think Ryan Hartwell last night was like 95 was where it was at. That was like Pulp Fiction, Forrest Gump. I know Clerks came out in 94, you know, and everything else. I don't know. I mean, like, I give it up for Shape of Water winning. I did see that there. Kira says Shape of Water. I really like Shape of Water. So, you know.
Right. I do like. Oh,
yeah. But on that note, it's after midnight. I got to dip because I got to be up at 7 a.m. So we'll do the Blood Bowl stuff tomorrow and everything else tomorrow. We just got away from us on this one here. But thank you very much, everybody. Again, I will check it out. I have the videos up. I'm not going to lose them. And we'll do it tomorrow. Thank you, everybody. Have yourself a great night. If you haven't already, like the stream and subscribe. And let me know if you want to see my sexy ass on camera more often, or I'll just go off. I don't care. I don't mind. You know, you don't get to see this. Look at this. No, I'm kidding. I got to go. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. It's been a day. All right, everybody. Have yourself a grand evening. Thank you so much again. And peace the hell out.